What up, YouTube? This your co-host. This is Kwame Ramesu. How y'all doing today, man? I'm gonna do something a little bit different tonight. I want black people to understand that religion has been holding us back for many, many years, ever since our enslavement. A lot of black people don't understand that we was given this belief system during our inception of slavery. We didn't know about Christianity, Judaism, Islam prior to the sub-Saharan slave trade, prior to all these wars and stuff like this has been happening for thousands of years. We didn't get Christianity to like 400-500 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So why do we still believe? What draws us to come to Jesus, this Jesus character, you know what I'm saying, so abruptly, you know what I'm saying? Why are we inclined to this type of spirituality that has basically been holding us back for centuries and even to this day? We just got out of slavery 150 years ago. So I guess it's going to take some time for us to actually really fully wake up. Now, granted, we got some people that are waking up and everything, but you see how Christians and Muslims and stuff, how they look at us because we don't believe in their Allah. We don't believe in their Jesus or their Moses. You know why? Because we realized that all this shit was given to us. All this shit was used as a tool, as a brutal vice to enslave our minds, to keep us down. Look at the black community. We have the highest poverty rate. We have the highest teen pregnancy. Incarceration is high. 92% of black people are locked up in prison. And most of those people that are locked up in prison are Christians or Muslim or whatever, or Hebrew Israelites. This religion has not been a deterrent to anything that's going on in the black community. We're still on food stamps. We're on housing. You know what I'm saying? We get paid the less. You know what I'm saying? The Mexicans make more than us. Tell me why we're the most culturally dead people on this planet. Even in Africa, they're still culturally dead. You know why? Because I'm damn near 100% of white folks over there, which they're the minority, but they own damn near 100% of Africa. And that's our land. That's our land over there. So why the fuck are we still holding on to this Jesus Christ? My grandfather told me that one of his friends told him at work, you know, he was like, you know what they did to us, Mr. Johnson? He was like, nah, what they do? He said, when the missionaries and the pilgrims and all these other white folks came into Africa, they came with the Bible, right? And he like, yeah. He was like, he said when they told us to bow our heads and close our eyes, and when we opened up our eyes and lifted our heads, we had the Bible and they had the land. And if you black people don't get that shit, I don't know what else to tell you. I say it's time to wake up. Now I'm going on a little rant today. And this topic is called What Has Religion Done for Our People? It has done nothing. Now I challenge anybody to call in and prove me wrong. Call in, the numbers on the screen. Because my thing is, I'm tired of hearing my mom, my sisters, my family in general talk about I need to come back to Jesus. Oh, your life ain't going right. My life is perfect. I got a beautiful wife. I got a nice home. You know, I got a good job. And it had nothing to do with Jesus. It had nothing to do with Allah. It had something to do with me. It had something to do with me getting up off my motherfucking ass, filling out applications, trying to find jobs that's going to be suitable for my lifestyle and my living situation. I didn't pray for this shit. And when it's sad how black people say, well, God got me this job. God got me this car. No, motherfucker, you got your own car. You got your own job. If it wasn't for you filling out applications, you would have never got a job. Why keep giving credit to this God when for 100% of what you did? You know what I'm saying? Why won't our people wake up? And you got to look at it like this. This religion was designed to divide us. If y'all knew who created the Baptist religion, the Jehovah's Witness religion. Speaking of that, Charles Taze Russell created the Jehovah's Witness religion based off of Ptah. That's why if you look it up, his goddamn tombstone is a damn pyramid. Why is that? Because these motherfuckers was behind the scenes studying our goddamn ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know I might be all over the place, but it's a rant. So rants are all over the place. So forgive me for this. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I had me some Jim Beam, you know what I'm saying, and some sweet tea. So I'm a little buzzed right now, but I feel like this needs to be said. And a lot of people on YouTube is not gonna say it. Only people that's gonna say it is me and Quayle. Quayle and I have created this channel for educational purposes. We want our people to wake up. We care about our people. We give a damn about our people. Our people is the one that's suffering from this shit. We're suffering from Stockholm syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is suffering like black people. White folks believe in Christianity, but are they going through poverty? No. Are they having high teen pregnancies? Well, that's debatable. But are they living on housing? No, not many. They don't live in hoods. They ain't got no goddamn church in their hood. Go to any white folks' neighborhood and see if you see First Baptist Church, Mount Calvary. Go see if you see a goddamn liquor store in a white folks' neighborhood. No, you can go to black folks' neighborhood and find 7 churches just by hitting crossing Gentry Parkway or East Grand. You know what I'm saying? You got 7 churches you got to choose from. Seventh-day Adventist, First Baptist Church, First Methodist Church, church on the double side of the rock. You know what I'm saying? Plymouth Rock Church. You got churches everywhere in the black community. Why? To keep your ass down. They want you to go to a fictitious character in the motherfucking sky for salvation while they take all your resources. While they take everything, your mind. They want your mind. They don't care about your money. Well, they do, but they rather have your mind so you can keep coming back for that damn Jesus fix. Jesus is like fucking taking heroin, y'all. Why not question your beliefs? We have been told not to question this shit. I know Quayle has told me stories about him, you know, questioning things and stuff like that, but he was told not to question. Why is that? Why we can't question this shit? What's wrong with questioning? You mean to tell me that you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me I can't question where did Noah get all the goddamn wood and nails to build an ark that goddamn size? You mean to tell me I can't question how a bitch turned into a pillar of salt just because she simply turned around and she magically got some goddamn salt? You mean to tell me I can't question how is a man made from dirt, a pile of dirt, and a woman coming from a goddamn rib when you know that's genetically impossible because you will have all Y chromosomes. You ain't gonna have no X chromosome if you come from a goddamn man. You mean to tell me I can't question Moses coming down off a mountain, well, killing Pharaoh's soldier, then running away on top of Mount Sinai, stayed up for goddamn 40 years, and then he gonna come down off the mountain talking about thou shalt not kill? How the fuck? What you mean I can't question that shit? You mean to tell me I can't question how come Jesus got 2 goddamn birthdays in the Bible? Matthew 2 says he would basically puts Jesus' birthday at 4 BCE, and then Luke 2 puts Jesus' birthday at 6 CE. How the fuck I can't question that shit? Come on, people, y'all gotta wake the fuck up. Now, I know I sound a little angry, but like I said, it's a little rant, but it needs to be said. You mean to tell me I can't question why I gotta eat flesh and drink blood so I can have eternal life? You can't mean I can't tell how gross that shit is? You mean to tell me I can't question how come God's sons came out of heaven and went to go fuck human beings, and then God said the world has become corrupt? What the fuck does that mean? So that means you are corrupt. Because if you created sons, who was your goddamn baby mama? You know what I'm saying? And how did your sons leave heaven to go fuck humans and create more humans? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling people. It has done nothing but enslave our minds. Got us thinking that we got a life after this one. Oh, you can fuck up all you want. And this is another thing I want to talk about religion on. Religion doesn't teach accountability. Religion teaches that if you fuck up, all you got to do is go ask for forgiveness and you'll be forgiven. So that means you can go rape some babies, kill some people, you know what I'm saying, rob a bank, do all this other fuck shit. But on your deathbed, if you accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior, you get to go to heaven. That's not accountability. That's not accountability. You get absolved of raping kids. You get absolved of killing somebody. You get absolved of stealing from somebody. You get absolved of all the fuck shit as long as you say you love Jesus. What kind of accountability is that? Then you got to ask Jesus for forgiveness, not the person you cause harm to. You got to ask this Jesus for forgiveness. What's up with that? I challenge anybody to call in right now and tell me where I'm wrong at. Because like I said,
we got to call her.
Huh?
Got to call her.
Okay, caller. Let's see. Let's see what you got to say.
Joseph, unmute yourself. Joseph, can you hear me? Joseph, okay, I guess he chose to leave.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know if the brother was a believer or not, but I know I struck a nerve. Oh, hey, how you doing,
Can
brother?
you hear me, Joseph?
Hey everyone. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. No, I think it's really refreshing that both of you, I guess, have this perspective on religion, because I spent a whole lot of time really putting in some work, studying, learning all different types of perspectives on religion. I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I do think it's kind of where I'm from, mathematician, so there's got to be a prime, I think, of something, but I definitely don't think it is what we've been told it is. And part of what I'm basing it on, like I said, just looking at the Bible, first of all.
Joseph, you muted yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me okay now?
There you go.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So what really did it for, I mean, besides all the foolishness of the Old Testament, which, you know, it is like Stockholm syndrome, because you're trying to figure out ways to apologize for something that you really know is messed up. But what really did it for me was basically how the New Testament is all about Paul and not really Christ. I mean, the books are all, well, 75% of the books in the New Testament are written by Paul, and it seems like Paul contradicts everything that Christ says, and it seems like the New Testament contradicts everything Yahweh says. So
that's true.
Based on it, and then, you know, the ecumenical power of the Catholic Church, that history of what they've done to the books, how they've killed people who know the truth, how they've destroyed texts that are really telling things like that. I don't believe, I agree with y'all 100% that this is not it. What we've been given, what we've been packaged to receive is not it. I do think there's truth out there, but it's a whole lot of distraction and noise, mainly in the form, I mean, it's eloquent the way you have put it, because it's a exploitation of our trauma, basically what we've been through, and the fact that our minds are already beaten down. We're looking for something to give us some kind of hope and inspiration, when really that stuff, the vast majority of it is gonna have to come from ourselves.
That's the only place it can come from. Is ourselves, and that's what the harm of religion does. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you go in, Kwame.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stream. But I just want to say, you know, that's one of the big harms of religion, is that it takes away the power that you have. You know what I'm saying? It says that whatever you want, you got to pray for it, or let go and let God, you know, that type of thinking, when in reality, God don't do a bitch ass thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people go to the hospital and get surgery, and they say, oh, thank God I got cured. But really, it was the medication or treatment that you received that cured. It's the doctor that did, and the surgeon that cured you. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like the fact that a lot of people just give credit to the imaginary for things that we do, and then they look to the imaginary for help, when we could probably do better if we look to ourselves for help. But go ahead, Kwame.
Perfect insight. Joseph, my question to you is, what do you believe and why? Because I understand that you know that you understand the harm that religion has caused, and you basically broke down the New Testament basically with Paul. But you do know that the New Testament, most of it was orchestrated by Desiderius Erasmus, right? You remember about the works of Erasmus? So we don't even have the original letters of Paul, because you had a faggot from Holland, 1536, Desiderius Erasmus, redoing the Novus Instrumentum. the omnet, the genitor, however you pronounce that shit. But he is responsible for the New Testament. So I don't even think we have the real letters of Paul. Because because Paul supposed to existed around 70 AD, a little later, about 100 CE or something like that.
After everything happened.
Right. So Paul wasn't even in the goddamn area, you know what I'm saying, of Jesus. But Paul said he met Jesus' brother, James. I ain't know Mary had 2 kids, so was that Joseph's son?
And Paul also self-designated himself as an apostle. I mean, in Acts, they had kind of a quorum where they were going to pick a 13th apostle. They picked a 13th apostle, but Paul wasn't it. And so that's one of the other things, when I was green about this, that was confusing me, was like itching the back of my head, even though my head is down and I'm praying to the Most High and I'm doing all this basically these other ritualistic things. I'm still looking at this intellectually and I'm saying, why is this person first contradicting everything that Christ has said, who we're supposed to be following in the first place? And then why is this person designating himself? And he sounds really arrogant when he does this, Paul, apostle of God, X, Y, and Z, and everything like that. And it's like, I've never seen you in Acts or Matthew or any of these other gospels.
Or John, who wrote the book of John,
right?
So, who wrote that book?
And then this may be basic stuff for y'all, but they don't really teach. First of all, they don't teach in the church, but they don't teach that there's 2 Johns. There's Patmos John, and then there's a Baptist John the Baptist. And so a lot of people are looking at these gospels as if it is maybe John the Baptist, or they're looking at things that John the Baptist has done as if it's John from Patmos. And so it's never going to be any resolution, because all the preachers, from my experience, and I'm from the South, so you know how that may be.
I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay, I'm from H-Town, from Houston. So
H-Town, Texas boys in the house, Texas boys.
Yes. You know how the church is down here. So so just that culture alone is enough to keep our people hooked inside that kind of thing. But I've never trusted Paul. I've talked to other Christians about it. They've chewed me up, called me a demon, all types of other stuff. But I'm just going by what I've seen in the Bible. Like, if I'm really going to be a steward and a learner of the Bible, and I'm reading this stuff and I'm seeing 8 different perspectives for people that say I don't ever change, then there's a problem, for me at least. So I've never trusted Paul. And for a while it made me feel some type of way, because everybody who's religious and Christian, that's their go-to. Paul is their go-to. So if you say something about Paul, then you might as well be a demon from hell.
Ain't Paul a Roman name or English name?
And this is what I was trying to tell.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. If the nigger brews, the Hebrews, if the Hebrews say that they, you got GOCC, ISUBK, GMS, you got all these Hebrew camps. I don't know. I'm so used to saying nigger brew. That's what they are. But I'm gonna say Hebrew. But did we lose stream?
No, you good, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the screen like, whoa, did we just lose stream? So all these Hebrew camps follow Christ. Number one, you got to look at the origins of the word Christ. It comes from the Greek word Christos. So y'all niggas are acting like Greeks. And then you got to look at, there was no letter J. Ray Hagins done said this shit so many times. Quayle done did thousands of videos on this letter J shit. And y'all still don't get it? Come on, people.
Yeah,
Paul is a European name. It's a European. But y'all want to say the Bible's written by black folks. You mean tell me it might be some niggas named Paul today, but but back then it wasn't no niggas named Paul. It was niggas named Quayle and Kwame. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no Mesopotamian black man named Hakba.
I try to get people to understand that all the time, but it's like the simple stuff people refuse to get. Like I was saying last episode on last Sunday, it's almost like being in a bad relationship. You don't understand how bad it is, and that you don't have to be in it until like after you've gotten out of it and you realize, damn, I ain't really have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So, or after you quit your shitty job and get a better job and you realize, damn, I could have been quit that bullshit job and got a better job. So that's how religion is. You know what I'm saying? It's like the very simple things that people just don't put the 2 and 2 together. So all the names in the Bible are Paul, Jacob, and all this shit, but then people want to call themselves Hebrew Israelite and say it's an African book. When I'm like, where is Baba Tunde and Ababushe and all these African names are supposed to be there if it's a.
Oh no, this they'll do. Hey, Quayle, this is what they'll do. Oh, look at the slave names.
The slave names what?
Anything that ends with Yah means that they're Hebrew. I laughed at that shit. It's J. It's not Yah, fool. Did the Hebrew ever try that on you? Try to look at the slave names, like the slave names that come off the ship. Like some of them did end with Yah, or appear to be Yah, but they always say, "Well, my children will know me by my name, Yah." Bro, I'm gonna send that to you, bro, because the Hebrew tried to try that shit on me. I said, bro, when you look at the pronunciations, it doesn't say Yah. See, a lot of Hebrew Israelites, they reach, and I just got a text from one of my conscious sisters said that she just texted the Israelites of Connecticut. They about to call, well, she said they said they finna call in, so we might have about 4 or 5 Israelites call in right now. So hey, I just say bring it. I just texted her right now. She just sent me a text right now and said that she sent the Israelites of Connecticut.
I love the Israelites.
I think so Jesus' name too was Iosis, which is Zeus in Greek. So basically, yeah, exactly. They're talking. I mean, you know, Paul. One reason why he's suspicious to me, besides what he said, is that given his history, first of all, he was killing Christians, and then all of a sudden he got the latitude to go around the world and preach the word of God, alleged word of God. What I think is that he's a Roman citizen, and they sent him around the world on a dime to go and call the uprising a problem that Christianity brought politically, and he was allowed to go places and say whatever he needed to say according to. I mean, you have to think about if the government, the United States government, sends somebody out on a mission to try to call whatever they think we've done bad and give an apology for it. They're not going to let you speak any kind of way about the government. They're going to be monitoring you, and that's probably why he got. He claims that he got stoned everywhere he went, but it's either one, they knew he was a Christian killer, or two, they knew he was a Roman citizen, and he wasn't welcome either way. He's double-sided. So this Paul character, the fact that he takes up 2/3 of the New Testament, and the fact that he contradicts everything. I mean, it's like y'all said, it's a you get stuck on it, and I think what makes you get stuck is the fact that you got this attachment to an afterlife. If it was just regular BS, people could walk away and leave from it. But the fact that we have people thinking, or religion has people thinking, that this isn't over, something may happen to you afterward, which may or may not be true, but it's a ransom on our mind. They're putting that stuff there so that if we do, and then you got a whole bunch of other people to kind of admonish you. If you do leave the church, you're going to hell. Satan's going to torture you and stick his pitchfork up your ass behind and stuff like that. But if you ask a question, it's the same thing. So what's the point in trying to reconcile staying there and hearing BS, or having a voice and then being treated the same way? I mean, it seems like the same. It seems like the same results, but actually, I think leaving, standing up, and saying something, and then being called a demon is better than the Stockholm syndrome y'all were talking about.
Exactly. I want to continue. I feel like we got another person that joined us, but I want to continue. I want to say a few more things about what has the church done for us. Period. I just want to touch on a few things that I've noticed, especially within my family. My family ostracizes me, except for one cousin that's basically conscious like me. My family says that you see how your cousin died at an early age. If you don't take your life to Jesus Christ right now, it could happen to you. My cousin was 38 and a Christian. So I'm like this: death does not care what you believe in. Death has no religion. Death is something that we inevitably will have to go through one day. They don't give a fuck about a religion. So by them trying to insinuate that because I don't believe something's going to happen to me, but my cousin that was older than me died before me, but he was a Christian, they think that shit going to happen to me at an early age. That's absurd, because like I said, death has no religion. Death don't care what you believe. The gravity for you people that believe in the flat earth, that don't believe in gravity, jump off a goddamn building in the city and see if gravity cares. Let's see if gravity gives a fuck about what you believe, whether you believe in it or not. That gravity is still going to affect you the same way if you believe the earth is flat. Just like death don't give a fuck about what you believe, whether you're Christian, Jew, or Muslim. So I'm tired of Christians coming up to me talking about, well, God gonna take you out because you don't believe in him. Really? What about all the Christians that God taken out? Huh? I'm sure the World Trade Center, Quayle said this on last episode, motherfucking suicide bombers. Did fucking God give a damn about what they believe in? It probably was some atheists in there that didn't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there was a whole bunch of Christians that believed in God. They still got fucked off. We don't give a damn. And see, like Brother Joseph said, we're tied to this afterlife. What's gonna happen to us when we die? But they tell you, as long as you believe, you ain't got shit to worry about. But what if you die and nothing happens? I asked a Christian one day, I said, well, I was born in 1984. What year was you born? He said, well, I was born in 82. I said, can you tell me what you was doing in 1981? You can't tell me this shit because you had no life. You was in total darkness. You was non-existent. So you can't tell me what you was doing before you was born. If there was a case that you can tell me what you was doing before you was born, then maybe we will all experience that. But we're all going to experience death, but nobody has experienced the afterlife because nobody has came back and told us, oh yeah, heaven is on the other side, y'all. God didn't sit in the throne. That nigga got a Budweiser. So y'all got to hurry up and get y'all question across because you only got like 2 seconds before you have to pass him. I'm like this. If I was at the pearly gates, I would get constantly pushed to the back of the line because I don't believe this shit. You feel me? I would get constantly pushed to the back of the line. I'm serious. Like, no, let Kwame get back, man. We'll let Quayle go, but fuck Kwame. You know, no, go ahead, y'all. I'm going on a rant. Go ahead, y'all.
I don't think so. I think that you know, if we're all trying to focus on getting the truth, if there is a heaven or if there is, like I said, I believe there's a prime. I definitely don't believe this from the Yahweh or whatever but I believe there's something that's singular over everything. If that's true, I think that entity would be more focused on how we try to find out the truth rather than what religion or culture.
Can I poke at that a little bit? That prime mover.
Hey,
Because this is something that I get interested in, you know. And Christopher, I see you in the chat. I'm gonna bring you in a few seconds. I just want to ask you, Joseph, have you considered the possibility that the universe itself is prime or whatever qualities you consider the prime entity to have? What if the universe itself had those creative qualities and it doesn't need a creator? Have you ruled that out? And if you have, how?
Have I ruled out that it basically that it's eternal, the universe? It never had
exactly.
No, I've definitely ever ruled that out. I definitely believe that there is an eternity, the idea of eternity. We can't figure that out because we're finite, but I do believe there's an idea of eternity. I just don't think that the universe as we know it, the fabric of it, everything like that, is the top dog, if that makes sense. I think that there is as vast and as incredible as we may think this universe is. I don't think that I don't think the entity or the whatever it is that is controlling, operating, and maintaining the universe is the top dog. And the only reason why I'm saying that, the main reason why I'm saying that is because I mean, anyway. I mean, no. To your question, Quayle, no, I don't. I've considered that. I don't necessarily believe that the universe is. I do believe it's eternal, quote unquote, but I don't believe that it is the top dog. And so when I'm talking about the prime, I'm talking about, like I said, I don't know. So whoever is the top dog is what I'm talking about as the prime.
And you know, I want to touch on that too, Joseph, because you know, me dealing with comedic spirituality. I don't per se. I mean, my host, he didn't notice about me. He understands that I follow Kemet. But the one thing about me, I'm in agreement with you. I feel like there is a singularity that caused it. You know what I'm saying? There is not a God, but there is a start. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where you're getting at. There might be a start, but we don't know what the start is. We're not calling it Yahweh. We're not calling it Allah. We're not calling it that. But from my comedic teachings, there is a start to the universe. We just don't know what it is. But you know, some people will call it Ptah. Some people will call it Anpu. I mean, it was so many. It's so many energies. We think. See, one thing with Kemet, we think that it was an energy that started the universe. It was an energy. or something like Dr. Phil Valentine say it was a wormhole. We might be in an alternate universe. It must have been a universe that started this universe. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
that
like I
was
said,
still,
I'm an
but we talking
atheist.
about like if we go to the multiverse theory, that's
Uh,
I'm talking about when I say like the universe, I'm talking about everything, you know what I'm saying? Like not just this instance of this universe. So
okay,
my whole thing is like when you get to
Mhm.
there has to be a start, that implies a cause for that start, or that there was something to start from, you know, and I
right,
think you kind of get to a infinite regression that sort of makes no sense. It's like a paradox. When on the
right.
other hand, the simpler explanation is just that the universe always exists. Because
It's just,
if there is something that could cause a universe to exist, it would have to therefore then be outside of the universe. So what is the universe? It's space and time. So if something is
we're
outside
inside of a
of
closed
space and
system.
time, then it is nowhere for 0 seconds. It doesn't exist. And if it does, it has to exist in another universe, which
Right.
then would be have to have the same rules for needing a creator as this one, which is why I said you get to that infinite regression of creator on
Right.
creator or creator, universe on universe on universe. Or you could just simply say, well, maybe this universe that we see always existed in some form. Because if it's true that matter cannot be created or destroyed, then that just takes away God's job right there, because all the matter can't be created. So that therefore necessitates that it has to be eternal, because it can't be
Right. And
created.
from my teachings of ancient Kemet, like I said, I'm still an atheist, but from the teachings of Kemet, they say that the first cause was not immaterial. There's no such thing as something immaterial materializing something of an organic nature. We don't believe in the immaterial. Like I read in the comments last week on our last episode, this guy said biblical apologetic or whatever. He said it had to be an immaterial cause, and I asked him in the live stream because I couldn't go. Like I was at the Dallas Cowboys stadium. I couldn't answer the question. I couldn't go live because I was there. But I asked him. I said, "How can anything of an immaterial nature organically materialize anything of an organic nature? There cannot be an immaterial cause." So I think with me being following Kemet, I think that basically got me in the middle. Like, okay, so there has to be a singularity. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a cause. But like you said, it will go into infinite regress. And brought this. I even brought this to my teachers, my comedic teachers, Infudigi. I even Dr. Reggie. All of this is why Dr. Reggie can't honestly say that he's an atheist, because he thinks about that singularity. I'm still an atheist because it's dealing with religion. But the thing is, I'm like, okay, it might be a singularity. We don't know. We cannot say for certainty. Because you ever heard of this concept called the God particle?
Yeah, the Higgs boson.
Yeah, the God
Mhm.
particle. So um,
Well, that's
yeah.
what I
So
was kind of talking about.
that's what we're like. We're still even as atheist scientists or whatever. We're still like they still call it the God particle, but not a Yahweh or an Allah or a Vishnu, Krishna. None of that shit exists. But yeah, let's bring brother Chris in real quick because I know he been anxiously waiting. Quayle, go and bring him in if you don't mind. Hello?
Can I be heard?
Yeah, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, brother. How you doing, brother? What do you believe in? Why?
I'm a pantheist, and I believe the creator is creation itself. Just as simple as that.
What do you mean by that? I don't get it.
I believe that the creator is creation itself. The world is the world is going to be forever creating. It's always been here. I can't prove anything else outside of that. I believe that the woman and the man have a God particle where they create. It's just that simple. I think that people have created religions based on the unknown. But if I look at creation, such as trees, plants, rain, you name it, it's all part of the creative process, which enables us to live. We need nature in order to live. You know, one of the things I try to tell people is if I burn up every spiritual text on earth, we'll still be here. But if I take the very same nature in which those texts were made from, which is trees, which is matter, and burn it all up, we won't be here anymore, because we need nature in order to sustain us. So when I say that the creator is creation, I'm speaking about nature. I'm speaking about human beings. I believe that we create the very existence around us. I don't know if there's this God named Yahweh. I don't know if there's this all-encompassing God named Amun, which is the unseen. I can't prove that, but I can prove that nature sustains us. So therefore, I could say creation is the creator, because without the creation, we don't get a creator, nor we don't get the creator. Excuse me, the created. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to harp on something that everybody was sitting up there speaking on concerning the biblical narrative. And many times, such as my brother that deals with the Kemetic spiritualities, or my brother Quelly Kush, who's an atheist. I listen to his channel a lot. Many times we don't understand how to argue or dialogue with these gentlemen. They do a lot of pompous boasting, and it kind of is made in design. Because I used to be a Hebrew Israelite long time ago. It's created to make you step back and be intimidated. That's the first thing we have to understand when you're dealing with that religion. It's made, the doctrine, it's made for us to take a step back and be afraid to ask them questions. But when you read the book in its context, Paul, Jesus, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, if you read the beginning of every chapter, because many times they go into these books and they say, see, this is talking about us. See, this right here is talking about us. That's not true, because the first chapter of each one of these so-called prophetic books, because they're not prophets or anything like that. These were just men who are writing about the events in that time frame, if they existed. So if, say for instance, if I want to give everybody an example, because I heard you guys talking about it. Just read them Isaiah chapter 1. And it says, the vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah. Okay, so now there's your noun, right? There's your verb and your noun. They are in agreement. It's concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. So it's giving you a time frame in which he's making all of these claims or speaking to these people with the words in this book. It's not talking about you. It's not talking about in 2021. It's talking in the days of those kings. Let's turn it on. Let's go to Jeremiah. This is simple. Jeremiah, the words of Jeremiah, son of Hilkiah of the Kohanim, who were in Ananoth in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of Hashem, or Yahweh, or God, or the Lord, came in the days of Josiah, son of Ammon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign, the word of Hashem came to him in the days of Jehoiakim, son of Josiah, king of Judah, until the 18th year of Zedekiah, son of Josiah, king of Judah, until Jerusalem was exiled in the 5th month. Okay, so right there in the book of Jeremiah, everything concerning Jeremiah is speaking to this group of people in this time frame. It's not talking about no future prophecies in 2021. You don't need to go to Jeremiah 35 and try and read that nonsense to us. It's over there. It's giving you the proper context. All right, you go to the.
Okay. So that's we're in agreement with that. How do we talk to our brothers?
Most of it. I think I disagree with some of your wording. What's your question, Kwame?
No, I was going to ask the brother, with him being a former Hebrew Israelite, why do you think that our brothers? Because I'm pretty sure the Israelites are in the comments now, because I can actually see them. They're there. The Israelites of Connecticut. Could you explain to the brothers about Deuteronomy 28:68? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now Deuteronomy 28 verse 68 is not speaking to you, because it's Moses' words concerning Israel before they crossed over into the promised land. Now, they like to play with that word. They like to play with that word, ships. Now, when you read the original text, it doesn't even say ships. The text is so scrambled, you don't know what it says. But let's see who was Moses talking to. And we see that happened where they literally went back into Egypt, right? Into Egypt. That's what it means. Egypt mean Egypt. I'm gonna pull this up. Egypt don't mean America. Egypt don't even mean they try to say Egypt mean house of bondage by
That's what they be saying.
No, the word there is Mitzrayim, and there's new information saying that Mitzrayim is actually located somewhere in Arabia. That's neither here nor there. Now, Ayim, the word Ayim, if you understand Aramaic text or the Aramaic language, that means it's plural. So why do we know it's talking about Egypt? Because Egypt, or Mitzrayim, is plural for the land of two bowls, because you have Upper and Lower Egypt. American Negro, not talking about you. Sorry, game over right there. We don't even have to play that game. 2, Egypt was very matriarchal. America is not a matriarchal what's it called? Nation. Let's finish breaking this down.
It's a patriarchal society. I'm part of the if you ever go to my channel, Red Pill Cartel, we talk about matriarchy and patriarchy. Okay. But it's very patriarchal.
Okay, so here it is. When you're dealing with America, let's look and see if niggas fit those. Excuse me, if brothers fit these curses. No.
Hey, don't feel bad, because I still call them niggas nigger brews. Yeah. So I know that I'm just waiting on one of them to call in. Cause I know they in the comments. I know they in the comments, because my sister, my comedic sister, just told me that this dude named Munchies and Israelite is in the comments. She's here too.
Okay.
So go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Okay, so now it's not talking about you. We've already proved through the language now that it's talking about a literal Egypt. Now, when you look into the history of the Greek captivity, they took them in ships to literal Egypt. They took them there literally. Now, why is this important and why am I bringing this up? Because the text was not written in the 7th century BCE. The text is not written in the 5th century BCE. The oldest text they have is that of the Septuagint, which was written sometimes during the 3rd century CE. And this
no, the Codex, the oldest version of Deuteronomy 28:68 is in the Codex Sinaiticus. That's the oldest version.
There you go.
And they don't even talk about ships. Go ahead, brother. I just want to bring that up.
Now, the thing that we're having a problem with is when you read these curses, when you read the curses, we don't fit them. First of all, you can go outside, you can eat, you're not being enslaved, you're being taught that God hates you, and the only way for a God like this to love you is for you to believe that you were enslaved. That is what we call mental slavery, where the only way God loves you is to punish you. That's slavery 101. And in order to enslave you, I'm going to tell you that God hates you because you are a sinner. Now, if that ain't crazy, I don't know what is. You don't fit any of these curses anymore. None of us do. All right. And then 2, why you guys don't never identify with the blessings. I heard you guys mentioning also that what the Black church has done. Nothing. Lately, nothing. They take money from you when tithing wasn't even meant for the pastor. Tithing was meant for the Levitical priesthood. They need to be paying all that money back and giving all that money back to the black neighborhoods who constantly donate to these churches. So we got Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Zechariah, Hosea. In all those texts, it is very, very, as I say, audience specific on who these texts are talking to. I'm not even going to get into the mythology that's in the book that is stolen out of Kemet, that is stolen out of Mesopotamia, that has been rewritten and requantified to fit the biblical narrative. I'm not going to talk about Ham, Shem, and Japheth, which in fact was the Greek known world where they conquered at. That's why it only mentions North Africa. It's not talking about West Africa. It's not talking about the Sudan. It's only talking about North Africa. That's where the Greeks conquered at, that known realm. I'm not going to mention Lydia, who's supposed to be from the line of Shem, but they were Greeks. It was Alexander's capital city. I'm not going to mention how the book itself says you guys are Amorites. You guys were wandering nomads.
Amorites, Hittites. Ezekiel 16:3 said, "Thy birth and nativity is that of the land of Canaan." Your mother was an Amorite and your father was a Hittite. Let Brother Joseph, do you want to expound on that a little bit?
I'm still listening. Let me formulate something in my head. I'm kind of thinking about things right now.
Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris, you can keep going. I want to give everybody, because I know this is my live stream, but I want to give everybody a chance to talk. Quayle, you
I
have
just
anything?
I want to ask Christopher a question about something that he said, and I guess Joseph, you can answer the question too. But I want to know, what is the difference between something that is created and something that is not created, or how can you tell the difference?
The difference between something that is created and something that is not created is simple. Something that is created is standing right in front of us. It's manifested. Versus something that is not created is, I don't know if it exists or not.
Okay, so when you say created, what you really mean is just something that is real.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. I might disagree with like, I agree with everything you said, but when people say creation, instead of say existence, it implies a creator.
But when you say existence, that's just a synonym. That's just a synonym for created. Also, those things.
Right, but it takes away that assumption that there is a creator. You see, so it don't have all that extra baggage. Because then I got to ask you, where did the creator come from? And you're gonna say you don't know.
And Chris, I'm in agreement with my boy, not just because we work together, but it implies that something was created. Like I'm standing in front of my job right now, and everything, the building was created. But for the earth to be created, we look at as the sun as the formate. We say things were formed. That's more of a plausible assumption. Yeah, the things were formed, like the earth was formed from a secretion disk from the sun. And if you look at the Temple of Luxor, it shows that the sun formed the planets. But at the Temple of Luxor. Go ahead, brother. I'll let you speak on it. Then we'll get back to the Hebrews like shit. But go ahead and answer the question.
Okay. I don't think I can answer what you just said, because it sounds like a play on words. And what I'm saying is, you're saying in your cosmology that the sun created the earth. Okay, well, in your cosmology, they also believe that the sun is a form of God, and that the sun is in fact a creator. That's what the Egyptian cosmology is. I'm not a layman when it comes to that. And they had many different cosmologies in Egypt, where they also believe that the earth was formed through a void. No different than the Israelites.
Right, with noon, yeah, the body of noon, yeah.
Right.
That was talking about the body of noon, yeah.
So these are just philosophies concerning how the earth was created. They don't know, we don't know, so they start off with nothingness. If you look at nothingness, nothingness represents void. It represents nothing. So they say, okay, the world came from nothing. All right, so now you're saying that the world came from the sun. Okay, well, if the earth or what's in it came from the sun, how did the sun create it? What was the process of that?
Well, that's what I'm getting at is we don't, if you say how did the sun create it, it implies that the sun is intelligent and is thinking, okay, I'm gonna go make these planets. But what we should be saying is, how did these planets form from the sun?
Now, let me ask you this, Quayle. If I said, when you're talking about when I say created, that leaves room for a creator, am I correct? Is that what you said?
It implies that there's a creator.
Okay, good. So if I said that my mom was the creator and my dad said, hey, let's go create a set of twins named Christopher and Crystal, would you agree that they are in fact creators?
Yeah, I would, but we can verify that your parents exist. Well, what we're talking about is the creator of the universe.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the God concept, because when you get into the God concept and different cosmologies, God means something else. Like, look up the word God.
Yeah, but we don't got to get into all the different cosmologies and stuff, because I'm not trying to pick on you, brother. I'm just this is my job. I promote atheism. So what I'm trying to do is, for the audience that's listening, I'm trying to just get people to start thinking about stuff in a different way, and the way I do that is just by asking people questions. And since you called in, you just in the crossfire. So I don't want you to think that I'm attacking you or anything. I mean,
yeah,
it's just part of the channel.
We're not attacking you, because like I said, me and Quayle have a similar, like I said, even though I follow Kemetic cosmology, but like they said, the concept of Kemet, we don't say everything was created. We know how things were formed, but they put God attributes on if that makes sense. The God comes like Anpu, Ptah, Tahuti, Ray, You know what I'm saying?
But you know,
Rabies,
in my
you know what I'm
own
saying?
personal beliefs, if I may, I think like the way that when you study the Kemetic writings, the way that they wrote, they did multiple things at one time. Like they tell a story,
Right.
and it's scientific, and it's a pictograph. So I don't know if they necessarily believe that stuff wholeheartedly. It's like this sun was the god, or if
No, they don't.
they were
They
metaphorically telling the story of
it's
how
metaphorically,
they
yeah.
saw the universe forming, and you know
Yeah, yeah.
they didn't have Zoom, so they wanted to preserve it in a way that could be retold and passed down through generations. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I think that's what the way that they came up with.
Right. Right, no, Quayle, you're 100% correct. That's why I said even the Kemetic people, they didn't believe in a literal God that created everything. They believed in formation. That's why they pictographed everything. Because if you take apart Aset or Osiris or Osir, you will see different accolades that comes with Osir creating Osir. We created
Right.
God in order to think God created us. That's
Right. But
why
I
we
don't want to get too far off the question before we
yeah, go
bring back
yeah,
before
I'm
we
letting the
bring the
brother
Israelite.
answer.
But the other part of the question I wanted to ask is when we get to the prime intelligence, and Joseph, feel free to chime in on this too. So, or anybody that wants to answer, y'all can join the stream. I think we got room for 2 more people. So when you get to the prime mover or the prime intelligence, the first one, or the source, we should say, the source for all. Does it have to be intelligent? Is it possible that this source for all could be non-intelligent? Like for example, if I mix together hydrogen and oxygen and I get H2O out of it, those atoms aren't intelligent, but they're doing something, you know, and they have a reaction with each other, and it's just sort of the laws of chemistry that's at work. So is it necessary for the prime mover to be intelligent or a creator, or could it just simply be the cause?
That's a loaded question. I would say, I mean, I'm a physicist, so in my opinion, it's both possible for the prime to not be intelligent and be intelligent. I think in some text, the prime just emanates whatever the qualities it has inherent in them. So it emanates truth, and that's an actual entity. It emanates like wisdom, and that's an actual entity. And the prime itself is just ineffable. You don't know, nothing actually knows where it comes from, what it is. It just is there. On the other hand, I think to your point, in particle physics, you know, all these like the subatomic particles, electron, proton, and all that other stuff, they are created basically by this idea of an infinite amount of particles that are halfway on one side, halfway on the other. And when they decide to come together, 2 and -1, they make something. So the idea of a prime, it has to be, in my opinion, that's just from a mathematical point of view, because we don't get 35 from, I mean, we can get 35 from adding 20 and 15, but 20 comes from 10 and 10 and all the way down to 1. And technically 0 is both sides of the same coin, -1, +1, negative infinity, positive infinity. So the idea of a prime, what I mean by that is it's the capstone of the pyramid, unfortunately. If I have to bring up that metaphor, because I don't like what that represents, but basically that's what it is. It's a capstone of the pyramid. This is the one that's way at the top. And quality, I don't think that the top dog has to really be intelligent. I think the quality of his nature is probably going to be the thing that gives it its quality, I guess. Like I said, what I think is that if there is a problem like that, in to your point, if it's not intelligent or if it's just static kind of, then it will emanate whatever it has in it to represent the qualities of that entity. So that's what I think. And I mean, you know, you also brought up something too about and then I think Christopher as well, the fabric of space-time and being created versus creation or non-existence. I mean, to me, it all blends into one thing, because it begs the question, I mean, if we're talking about what's real, what is reality then? We feel the food tastes good, the sky is blue sometimes, but is that what justifies our reality? I don't even know if we know what reality is to determine whether or not something is real. I'm not trying to go.
Ready. You know, Joseph, I don't mean to cut you off, but it is hard to come across because a lot of people think everything is created, but you know, when you have atheists like me and Quayle, like we don't see creation, we see formation. You know what I'm saying? And the problem that
No,
we have.
actually, I don't. Like, can you explain the
I don't
difference?
see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we see formation, we don't see creation because you got to look at it. If there was creation, say for instance, if there was creation, if there was a supreme being that created everything, why do we need suits to go 2,500 feet below sea level? If there was creation, everything should be perfect, but nothing is perfect. You got to look at the chaotic universe. We got an asteroid belt that rains periodically down on planets. What's the purpose of an asteroid belt? We got one living planet. We got a planet, Earth, with life force on it, but the other 8 planets have no life force. That's a waste of material. If everything was created, you got to look at it like that. Like that's like a housing designer creating 8 houses, but only one can have running water, heat, air, all that stuff. That's a waste of material.
I agree
So
with
we
you.
know that things were not created. This was a formation, but we're at a proper distance from the sun, 93 million miles from the sun. We're at a proper distance. You got the planet Venus that has a retrograde rotation that basically lost its atmosphere 4.5 billion years ago. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the planet Mercury, which I think was a destroyed planet, and we're looking at the core. You know what I'm saying? There was no creation. There was only a formation. If there was creation, we would have every planet should be inhabited. But there's only one planet in this solar system that's inhabited, and that's the planet Earth. We're the third rock from the sun. But guess what? We got an asteroid belt. We don't know why the fuck God, if there was a God, why the fuck would he create an asteroid belt inside the solar system? You know what I'm saying? That's just my
He's a confused God.
exactly.
Word on a curb. No, seriously, word on a curb is that this entity may not be the top dog, like I said, and it may be a confused one. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. But to me, making an asteroid, things like asteroid belt, a planet that's lost its cap or is gained too much of an atmosphere to produce any planet. This is stuff that it would suggest, to your point, formation instead of creation, because I guess to Quale's point, you got to be a little bit intelligent to create something. You don't have to be perfectly intelligent. You got to be a little bit intelligent to create something. But I mean, this brings up the point I was making. I think someone brought up chemistry about hydrogen and oxygen mixing and it being possibly unintelligent. I'm wondering if that's what I mean about reality, because we could say on a really large scale that we are just the same activity, hydrogen and oxygen mixing together.
Well, we are though.
What makes us intelligent? So what makes us as a composite being intelligent or more intelligent, capable than 2 atoms that electrically know how to combine together?
It's an emergent property. It's the same thing that makes a cup of water wet while one molecule of H2O is not wet. It emerges once you have enough of it. So our consciousness emerges once we have enough neurons in our brain firing together. So and you can see that in the animal kingdom, the more neurons you have, the more intelligent the creature is. And don't really matter the brain size, it matters the count of how many neurons, because different animals have different size neurons.
So because this is a big thing in physics. Basically, we're going back to magic in physics because we.
Oh no, it's not magic. It's not magic because it can be demonstrated. It's a difference between magic and not magic. Like not telekinesis, that can fall into a form of magic because nobody's demonstrated it. But as far as I forget the frame of it, but when 2 atoms are connected and one of them moves and the other one will do the same thing, even no matter how far apart they are, that's not magic.
I'm being facetious when I say magic, because it's like we've got all these books and all of this information about how to describe the world and the physics around us, but then we're going back to the same older ideas that began, which is basically to your point, like you're saying. And I don't think that I mean, I heard you talking about emergence, and I'm not sure if you're talking about, because there's something in physics right now, which is what I'm kind of going into, is we've abandoned quantum mechanics and special relativity, and we're now going toward emergence, saying that, okay, like you said, a combination of physical phenomena creates a bigger picture. Is that what you're saying?
You know what? I don't. I'm not really familiar with the scientific emergence, but what I'm talking about, from what you describe, it sounds like it's the same thing. So it could be.
It does.
But what I'm talking about is, let's say, if I have a one kid in a gymnasium, and they're talking, okay, they're making some noise, but a school full of kids all in the gymnasium having an assembly, talking at regular volume, they make a lot of noise. You dig? So it's like,
okay.
So you're asking, how did it get so loud in here? And I'm saying it's because there's so many kids talking. And the analogy is, how do we get this consciousness? And I'm saying that's because you got so many neurons. And what neurons do is they send electrical impulses. And when you got enough of them, they'll compartmentalize. So you will have a group of neurons that will just focus on memory, for example. And you have another group that'll focus on remembering faces, and one that'll focus on hearing. And that's why our brains are so complex. So we get this illusion of this grand consciousness when it's really just a whole bunch of trillions of neurons firing very, very fast. And, you know, we don't understand it completely, but there's no reason to think that there has to be some magical God that farts intelligence that we can't see or experience. Well, we got another guest, so hold on to your thoughts. I want to add our new guest into the stream. Kamal, what's going on, bro?
What's up, brothers? How y'all doing, man?
Peace and love, man. Peace and love.
Absolutely. I hope everybody being safe and taken care and healthy and all that good stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, I'm blessed and highly favored, man, because I done had a good couple of months. So I'm an atheist.
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm an
Lord
atheist,
Jesus, thank you.
but I'm blessed and highly favored. I
love it when I hear black folks say that shit. I laugh. What the hell is you talking about? I love that shit. But I wanted to chime. My man was talking about you know, how the universe is chaotic and how the ocean, like, we've only been so far in the ocean and all these different. That was a question I asked a person, and you know what they told me? We ain't meant to, you know, we ain't meant to do these types of things. We're not meant to travel in space and all these different things. And God, man, isn't supposed to be meddling with these types of things. And I'm like, what? Like,
and
like
this, you don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off, brother. But then Adam had to name the octopuses, the sharks.
Exactly.
When Adam was naming all the animals, didn't he have to go down there in the ocean?
He had to holler at them some kind of way. So how did he get the name? How did he know where they were? And how did he know how to name? It blows my mind sometimes, bro. Really
and if you're
does.
from the Most High, why are you restricted? If you're made in the image of the Most High, why is your locale and your activity restricted?
Right.
Especially when you're on a plane of existence that you have dominion over. You should be able to traverse.
And that's it right there. If Adam had dominion over this world, if this was his world, well, I guess when he tricked off with the apple with his woman, I guess he forfeited that. I guess. You know, and how old did these people get to live back then?
Like 937. Adam was like 937.
Where did that go?
Hey, they don't even talk about what happened to Eve.
Right.
What the fuck happened to Eve?
Right. And how did these kids?
Where happened to that bitch?
Here's something else. Where did all of the people come from? Where did when Cain and Abel was born, it was 2 men born. It didn't say nothing about no daughters. Nothing. Was incest involved? Did she, have children with her? And I hate to say it, but I don't hear anything. I didn't see anything else in the Bible about any other children or any other human beings other than Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. That was it.
Well, if you look at episode 3, I named all the genealogy. I did the genealogy in episode 3. So we're on episode 4. No, it was episode 2. It was episode 2 where I did the genealogy. Where it talked about them creating kids and then they had daughters and all. They don't even name the daughters, they name the sons, which is funny.
Of course.
Yeah.
well, the people that made that canon are patriarchal, so they didn't. Women are just objects, basically. I mean,
That's
they're
it.
source of original sin, the source of most of our problems. So they leave out most of the female, unless you're of noteworthy, like Esther or Ruth or something like
Right.
that.
But
Hey, I
wait,
want
no.
to pause,
I-
family. Hold on, family.
Go
Chris,
ahead,
you can
Chris.
come back in, man. We sorry we left you out, brother. So you can come back in, man.
I
I
think
was just about to get to you, man.
he was
Yeah,
having
call
some
back in,
sound
brother.
trouble. I don't know. Well, you wasn't muted, bro. I was trying to figure out. I don't know if it's something with your microphone or something. Just make sure your mic is turned on and you got it selected. I don't know. Let me know if you're calling in on your phone or if you're on your computer or whatever. But you're not
Yeah,
muted,
let
bro.
us know, man, because we're about to get into the Hebrew Israelite shit, man. But
I got one more. I got one more for y'all.
Go ahead, bro.
Do you ever hear anything about Adam's first wife?
Never.
Never hear anything about
You
that.
mean
His
Lilith?
first wife,
Allegedly?
Lilith.
Mhm.
Exactly. And she was really like the boss. Like she was like telling that, fuck you. I want to get on top. I want to do, I ain't finna, it ain't just
She
gonna
want
be
to ride
like
the
that.
carousel.
Yeah, she wanted
She
to,
want to ride the baloney carousel.
yeah, but you don't hear nothing about that. Bro, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I've seen where there's the book of Judas, the book of Mary, the book of all of these different people. Where don't they think, wouldn't it make sense to put all of that together? I mean, it couldn't be just that one book. It can't be. It has to be more than
That's how you
just
do
that.
misinformation. You give a little bit of truth, mix a little bit of lies, and have people going
Right.
crazy for 2,000 years.
Dig
So no,
that.
it wouldn't be in anybody's best interest to put everything. I mean, there's other texts that say, we're talking about the angels a couple of session ago, but the angels come down. They apparently in some of these texts they ran through Eve,
And they
some
were
of the people
God's
that
sons. How the fuck you gonna be corrupted? How the fuck the world gonna be corrupted when God said, okay, sons, you know what? Y'all going out to this damn prom night, be back by 12. But God's sons went to earth. God went and got some Budweiser and said, look, I don't care what y'all niggas do. Y'all just be back by 12, all right? So them niggas had a curfew. God's sons had a curfew, but God's sons saw that beautiful pussy on earth. He said, fuck God, fuck dad, man. We finna fuck these hoes from here to sundown.
and that's
I
not
asked the question. I asked this question. Have you read what an angel, would you really want to see an angel?
Hell no.
According to what the Bible says they look like, would you really want to see? Hell no, I don't want to see one of them motherfuckers.
and see in the
Man, bro, I would have shot up my goddamn house. My wife been like, baby, what you shooting at? I seen an angel.
Angel, right.
In the Catholic Church, just like in other mythologies, in Greek and in the Roman mythology, these things allegedly had the ability to transubstantiate into human form or something, just like Zeus used to do when he would go from so.
All right, y'all. We got another caller. Let's address him. Quayle, go to introduce our caller, man. If you don't mind. Hey, Quayle. We got a new caller. I don't know his name.
You can unmute though, bro.
I got a chat too. Somebody hit me in the chat.
He got himself muted, bro. You can go ahead and keep talking. Outside the queue, you can unmute yourself whenever you're ready, bro.
Oh shit, man.
It said check my echoes. Is that me? Am I echoing like that?
I can't tell who it is. I was just sending it out to everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm in the car, so it might be. We turn this down. Make sure. Is that okay?
You straight. I don't hear no echo now, so you good.
Okay, that was my radio. That's exactly what that was. I put that on mute. Yeah, I'm driving my damn self, man. I trying to take care of some business, but I asked that question to most Christians because I'm down here in the South, man, like down here in Alabama. So y'all know I get it. Being an atheist, I get it hard. Like they hit me soon as I go. It's like they want to argue with me, and I don't want to argue with them. I just want to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying, and talk about it. But it seems like as soon as I start asking certain questions, they don't like it and they want to argue, and it trips me out.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what we get here in the
because they take offense to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
Oh yeah, man. We gonna get arguments. Yeah, that's why I was saying. That's why I did. What has the black church done for our people? So I want to touch on that a little bit more, and I want to touch on that. Might be me echoing. Hold on, let me take this out real quick.
Peace. What's going on, y'all?
Go ahead. I'm gonna fix my mic.
Y'all can hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but just as far as the topic, title of the show, when we talk about, what has it done for our people? I think it's done a great deal for our people, but it's also been one of those double-edged swords, and it becomes a double-edged sword when we don't want to relinquish it and let it go after we've used it to its capacity. So during a time that we could actually use it to do a lot of great things, it was good for that moment. But now we don't need it anymore, but we continue to use it. So it's like we're steady pumping a well that has no water left in it, and we continuously do that. So I think that's one of the problems that we have when it comes to religion. And lastly, to add, I think if we all, looked at what we believe, well, not all of us, just mainly people that are still in religion, if they were to look at how they believe things epistemically and really took a philosophical approach to it, I don't think that they would still be in their religion. But, that's just my take on it.
I agree. I don't know if it's religion that has done something for the black people, or if it was the community that religion, kind of created. Because the black church at one point in America was like the meeting place. You know what I'm saying? It was like home base. So I don't think it was the fact that they had this particular religion. It could have been any religion. It's the fact that black people were coming together and talking about how we gonna solve our problems and doing things in a communal way, rather than just every man by himself type of shit that we got going on today.
Was Black Wall Street was that? I've always wondered, did they have because I don't think the church, brother, there's a church in the D, there's a church on every goddamn corner, man. Every goddamn corner. And all I see all the churches moving out to the suburbs. Like there was one church, the Reverend Butler, he had a church over on the east side of Detroit. And as soon as he can get over to the suburbs, he left. And this church was in the neighborhood when it was called the neighborhood, not the hood. It was called the neighborhood. And everybody went there. So now the older people who used to go to that church, they can't go. They don't have the money to give. So they just up and left. And so all these people was in the upper, they was hurt because they had been going to this church for, generations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, it's done nothing. I used to go as a kid. I used to go before I joined the Corps. I used to go to that church, the youth church. You know what I'm saying? The youth ministry. Mm-hmm. And it just, I don't know, man. I never liked the church. I just, one thing I saw, man, I'm gonna let it go. I don't want to ramble on. One thing that just bothered me so much. One day I saw Reverend Butler, Creflo Dollar, and some other guy, and they had people throwing money up on the stage, and these two motherfuckers dancing around in the money, man. Dancing around in the money, and all these people giving money, steady throwing money up there. It was sickening to me, bro. It was sick.
Yeah, it's real sick. You know what I'm saying? I think they be getting off on that shit like the way they kind of like show off for other preachers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I hear preachers talking like, yeah, I got 5,000 in my congregation. You know.
One day he said he had 5,000. He said his dogs. The one guy who this one guy, he said his dogs cost $5,000 and they'll eat you up if you break in his house. He don't need a gun. My dogs will eat you. I'm like really? Like you gotta
I thought God protected him though. He said God.
Exactly.
I was just about to say that, yo. I swear to God.
Yeah. And you got people in that congregation that's barely making it, man, that don't have shit, and you up there bragging about how much your dogs cost, how much your car costs.
And this is what I told Quayle. Me and Quayle had a personal conversation. Quayle, you remember when I was telling you I was living in East Texas, I was living in Tyler. I gave this girl $20 to feed her kids that day. I was doing security at my apartment complex back in East Texas. Tell me why this girl went and took that $20 I gave her to put that money into the church, and then she'll ask me tomorrow, well, I had to give it to God, but do you have $20 more so I can go get my kids something to eat? I said no, because that was the last piece of money I gave you. That was my last.
Damn.
And you gonna go give it to this goddamn Seventh-day Adventist church on a Saturday? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, see, like that's like that right there is so crazy to me, because you could tell like there's pathology hidden inside of it, because you ask and you read the Bible and it says that anything that you ask of me, he'll do. We know that some people say that was added, but the whole thing about even in the Old Testament, in the book of Exodus, I believe, to where God was raining down manna from heaven and all of these things, like why isn't God doing these things that humans have to overcome? You see what I'm saying? Like when it comes to like the vaccine and viruses and things of that nature.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, God stopped doing the shit. God stopped doing the shit.
Just
like,
all
what
of a sudden.
He was doing it, but he stopped doing the shit.
Yeah. Where'd he go? Where he been?
Exactly.
If motherfucker asked me, if God came and asked me, y'all know that dude G-Man? Y'all heard? I know y'all heard of him.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Before y'all speak, I've been antagonized. Me and G-Man been battling on this I forgot what we was battling. The book of Exodus. I just sent G-Man thousands of invites to this show. G-Man will not come. He must be scared of Quayle. Quayle, you don't know what you and G-Man got.
He don't like the brother.
That's why he won't come.
Yeah, he said it. He was like, I'm not going to that channel. No, he said because you don't have this so many subscribers. You got to have 8,000 subscribers for him to come and all this different shit. You lame. I'm
not interested in having no conversation with him myself either. So I don't really care because I'm not really entirely sure if people like him are sincere, because the shit that come out their mouth, it's hard for me to believe that they believe that shit.
Oh no, he wanted to debate, but I was at the studio, Quayle. I was at the studio because I used to live in Austin. I was a part of the ACA. In the studio when G-Man called in with Matt and what's the female name? Jan. G-Man, I was there. I was in the studio. I was at the Free Throw Library when G-Man called in and Matt hung up on his bitch ass.
Hell yeah.
That shit was funny.
Do you know that this fool is still trying to call? Listen, I have Matt Dillahunty's number in my phone. I know Matt personally. I've been invited to Austin. Eric has invited me down there to come and post up and chill. So I can come to the show.
Yeah, hey, let me tell you, Eric gonna make sure you eat though. Eric always taking us out to the Starvenia. I got Matt and Eric's number.
Yeah, they good people. Cause when I was going through a thing, man. My family, they turned their back on me, man. Like it, bro. I told the brother about it, man. They turned their back on me, man. They I'm the oldest in my family. I'm the oldest older brother. I'm older than everybody. I am the oldest in my family at 49. Just turned 49 too, y'all. Happy birthday to me. You dig? And
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. My birthday Monday. I'll be 37. My birthday Monday.
Happy early birthday to you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
They really had my back, man. They was really there for me because first off, I didn't know y'all even exist. I think I told y'all this. I didn't know there were any black atheists, brothers. I had no fucking idea. I'm thinking I'm out in this bitch by myself. Like I know I wasn't the only one that probably didn't believe, but I didn't know that there was an organization that people who, you know, some brothers and sisters that would come together and talk, and we, you know, we chop it up amongst ourselves the way we do. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I love talking to them, but it's, you know how we kick it, y'all. You know how we got our own language, so to speak, and it felt good when I found y'all, when I found the show, y'all show, and because, you know, but Matt and Eric, man, they really, and my man dragged out. They had my back, man. They made me, brother. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, man. I was so fucked up the way my family treated me, man. I broke down on the show, and I didn't mean to, man. And it's if you go to the ACA on their channel, you'll see it. You can find it. Come on, my name is on there, and it broke my heart because I couldn't believe I was saying, I wanted to say fuck my family, but I couldn't do that, man. I joined the Corps to send money home to make sure, because my mother worked at 2 diners, brothers, working hard, and I joined to send money home to make sure that they was okay, and they would turn their back on me just because I don't believe what y'all want me to believe. That shit hurt me something terrible. And I'm glad I found the show, man. I really was.
What, weren't you in the Army? You was in the military?
I was in the Marine Corps. Yeah, I was in the
Corps.
Corps.
I remember you, bro. You came on our show last time. Yeah, I was in the Army, bro.
Yeah. We talked.
I knew you sound familiar.
Yeah. We talked. I haven't talked to y'all in a minute, man. Physical things I've been going through. I just got out the hospital last Saturday, man. Like I've been kind of catching a little bit of hell, but I'm good though now. I'm good now. I'm all right.
Yeah.
But
by the grace of medical science, not by the grace of God.
Ain't that something? Yeah. Science got my ass back.
Science does.
G-Man got clowned not too long ago by this chick. Got money out of him. And I talked to him like a big brother, man. I didn't clown him or none of that. I went in just to show him, because he know I'm an atheist. He know I'm an atheist, but he has this idea that we don't have morals. We don't know, you know, we're all bad and all this bullshit. And I'm like, you should check yourself, bro, because you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. You saying that just because I don't believe what you want me to believe, then I'm a bad person. And I can't talk. I don't have a moral compass because I don't have a God in my life. Okay. Well, I proved him wrong that day. You know what I'm saying? Because that girl did him dirty, and he sat and listened to me. I think that was the first time people told me that was the first time G-Man actually ever like listened to somebody who had something that, you know. And it wasn't about God or anything like that. It was just the point that what happened to him was bold. And you know, people said I got through to him, but I still don't like him. I think he, you know, I still don't like him because I don't like the shit he talks about with abortion. If a woman is raped, these motherfuckers believe that the woman still should have the baby. She shouldn't have no say so in it. She still should have the baby and all it. She should have her rapist baby. Wow. If a girl is molested by a family member and she gets pregnant, she still should have the baby because it's not the baby's fault. All these different things they say. Bro, I can't fuck with that. I can't talk to. I don't. You know, it blows my mind, man. Again.
I don't think G-Man and them be sincere. You know what I mean? I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I think they just capitalize off of the people that believe the bullshit that come out their mouth.
Yeah.
Because if you actually doing research, ain't no way you can be believing some fake shit that long. Like, what research are you doing to where you can come to the wrong conclusion consistently? Even though people are telling you over and over again why you all in debates and all that shit. Like at some point in time, you got to show you something. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, you know what I mean? So That's why I just don't fuck with people like that, because I don't think that they be sincere. And if you're not sincere, I can't have a real conversation with you because I'm being sincere. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's the same. He talks about the same thing over and over. He says that Matt. I think, what was he talking to Matt Dillahunty about? It was slavery, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Yeah.
Slavery in the Bible. Okay. Today he was talking about Matt don't want to talk to this man. Matt don't want shit to do with him. How long ago was that? That was like in 2016 or something like that.
Yeah,
17 when they had that conversation. Well, he's still on Matt's. He's still trying to get a conversation with Matt, and Matt don't want shit to do with him. But he still, that's all he got. He tried to talk about the Hebrew Israelites, the black Hebrew Israelites, but they don't want to talk to him either. They really don't want to talk to him. I think YouTube is his life. And so the subjects he talk about, it's the same thing over and over. So I agree. I understand where you're coming from, not wanting to talk to the brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll talk to some weirdos, but you gotta actually believe the stuff that you saying. Like, I don't want nobody faking. You know what I mean? Just trying to get subscribers or get views or whatever they doing. I don't really understand. But
yeah,
I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I always say it took me 2 days to go from the first time I heard about the resurgence of flat Earth. And I was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because they got some good arguments when you first hear about it.
Yeah.
2 days later, I was sure that it was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it takes if you actually looking for the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you can only believe the fake shit for so long if you actually doing research. So for them to claim to be researchers, you said what?
Flat Earth.
I mean, not. I said I kind of do believe in flat Earth, not flat Earth like a piece of paper, but yeah.
Well, how much research have you done into the subject though?
Well, in terms of the physics and math, first of all, let me just say this: I don't know anything because I haven't been out into low orbit or high orbit to see this planet for myself. But as far as things go, I know when I'm in an airplane, and airplanes are independent of the ground rotating, the Earth rotating, either the wind that's moving with the rotation should be shredding that plane apart, or the bottom is moving because the Earth's moving at 1,000 miles an hour.
Correct.
So if there's wind surrounding it, that's going to be also moving with it.
Correct. But it's the same concept. Like when you're in a car, right? If I'm in a car and I'm going 100 miles per hour and I throw my phone into the air, it's not going to smack me in the face because the phone's still going at the same speed as the car because it's in the car. So the airplane, when the airplane takes off at the runway, it's going at 1,000 miles per hour with the Earth. But relative to the Earth, this is what Einstein's famous for. He said that everything is relative. So when we say this airplane is flying at 500 miles per hour, we're saying it's flying at 500 miles per hour relative to the Earth. But in actuality, this plane has a huge velocity because it's on the Earth, which is rotating at 1,000 miles per hour, which is orbiting the sun at 60,000 kilometers per hour, which the sun is going around the center of the universe at 300,000 kilometers per hour. So it's got a huge velocity, but we're talking about the relative velocity to the Earth, which is 500 miles per hour, and that just makes it make sense to us. But the plane does move at 1,000 miles per hour, but you can't feel it because it's moving with the Earth, and that's called inertia.
Let me ask you this. Because the plane movement, you think about it, if you, like you say, you throw a ball in the air. If you're driving in a car, that ball, you throw it straight in the air, is not going to hit you in the face. So that's because your reference frame is moving. But I want to say, if you've flown, let's say from coast to coast, that much, about 3,000 miles or more, when you're at 36,000 feet, do you see a curvature?
No, because curvature, the Earth is very, very, well, I would phrase it like this. We are very, very small. So you can't see a curvature at 36,000 feet. You got to be at like 60,000 feet.
We go about that high, and we still don't see. We fly for hours, and you don't have a curvature. I've looked
at 60,000 feet. You should see a curvature. I'm not sure of the exact height, but I'm pretty sure it's 60-something thousand feet when you start to see a curvature.
But you see, but the problem with that is that even here on the surface, they tell you if you want to prove a round Earth, go to the beach and look at the curvature. So you see what I'm saying? Like the height is relative to the geometry.
That's what I don't know where you getting those quotes from, because I wouldn't. I don't. That ain't nothing that I ever heard. Go to the beach and look at the curvature. I wouldn't say that.
That's what.
Pardon me, guys. My battery's about to go dead, man. I'm gonna try to get my other phone, but if I don't get back on, man, it was great talking to y'all, and I will talk to you guys again soon, man. Y'all be safe.
All right, man. Appreciate you joining the stream, man.
Absolutely.
You be safe out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going dead.
So I'm gonna hop back. I'm gonna hop back because I know y'all said y'all supposed to be expecting some interesting company. So I'll mute myself.
We was hoping that they was gonna join in, but it don't look like they are because they ain't joined in yet.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, we don't have to get into the flat Earth thing. I think it's something that.
Yeah, you know what? I tagged the flat earther in from YouTube, but like I said, I want a flat earther to explain eclipses to me. You know what I'm saying? And I do. Hey, you know what you and Quayla just brought up about relative motion. Yes, I have did a demonstration on YouTube where I was like pouring my liquor into my cup and I was going 70 miles an hour. The liquor didn't fly back. You know what I'm saying?
The liquor's moving. Were you holding in your hand as you were going 70?
I was holding in my hand. I said, "This is this demonstration." Also, have y'all been on a highway to where like it kind of curves over, and what happens to the car? It goes from the bottom up. It disappears from the bottom up, just going up on the highway because we got hills and stuff. That shows curvature. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of flat tards, they want to say, "Oh, you can't look through a curve." You're not looking through a curve. What happens is those flat tards will basically stop their video and go to a higher elevation to look at the damn, to look at the object that, like the ship that goes over. They do
proven a lot of times. And then you got the ISS that has a live feed 24 hours a day that you can just watch it going around and around and around the Earth. And then my major question, my first question that I always ask anybody who's not sure if the Earth is round, I just ask them how they explain the seasons. So, Joseph, do you have a explanation on the flat Earth? How does the change of the seasons happen?
Yeah, I do
because the sun doesn't change speeds throughout the sky throughout the day, so we would know that the sun changes speeds and move inward and outward. The sun doesn't do that.
But it does change direction. It does go
it goes figure. It makes a figure eight. Yeah, it makes a figure eight.
So those things, first of all, I think the flat Earth thing is kind of a distraction because it's either or. I don't think that the Earth is like a sheet of paper and we're living on a flat. There's clearly hills and ridges and peaks and valleys, but I do not believe necessarily that it is a ball Earth, as we call it, because of several physical things. And one of them happens to be, like I said, relative motion, this case for the Earth. And also, because like with your example, you were going 70 miles an hour, but so was your alcohol too. So technically, y'all in the same reference frame, and it's going to go the same speed. What I'm talking about in terms of flat Earth, and I guess I shouldn't use flat Earth. I think it's a manifold. If you take that piece of flat paper and you put your hand under it, open your fingers, it's going to have dips and hills. And I think that's what the plane of the Earth is. It kind of goes back to the philosophy of where people thought that the Earth was represented by a turtle, like the Earth was the shell of the turtle. It wasn't that it was flat. It had some curvature, but it's
okay. But here's my thing. So if the Earth is flat, I'm gonna bring you in on major keys, and I also want this QUA Leonard to come in. So if the Earth is in fact flat, what you're really saying is there is a grand conspiracy that's been going on for 200 years to convince everybody that the Earth is not flat. But my question is, what is the motive?
Well, we're talking about a conspiracy that's 2,000 years old with Christ. So the motive is always to take away information. I mean, to distract and to keep us from knowing the truth.
It's money, bro. The motive is money. If you want to know how the rich,
sorry, no. Sorry.
If you want to know the method of how the rich and the elite just control the world, is through false realities. biggest number one fault. You think religion, you think Christianity is our biggest problem or our biggest false reality. I'm telling y'all right now, church offering and church tithes and all that kind of money they still ain't got shit on what NASA makes, brother, from the public of the people. Okay, if you want to know the motive, it's money. It's the biggest trick, brother. The biggest magician's tool is gravity and fucking space exploration. Excuse my language, but it's like the questions y'all ask, the inquiries y'all ask are literally you got to understand the properties that happen that you think can exclusively happen on a globe Earth are properties 9 times out of 10 that can happen as well on a flat plane. You know what I'm saying? That's a trick. You know, it's like a circle in
But
the
they can't
square.
though. You know what I'm saying? That's
It
what I'm
is.
saying. They can't. This is
Bro,
what I'm. This is why I'm getting back to the 2 days of research that it took me to debunk this. You know
I
what
was
I'm
about to
saying?
say, I was about to say the most important part. Listen, the most important part is a circle and a square is both 360 degrees. You understand what I'm trying to say? You have to go in on that understanding so you can see the trick that they played.
Hey,
You know
Major
what I'm saying?
Keys. That's a
Go ahead.
direct math. Like it's a math thing. Like basically, a circle is the same thing. This is part of the reason why I'm saying this too. A circle is the same thing as a sphere. It's the same thing as a point because depending on where you're looking at it, you know, if you look down on a circle and keep going, it's gonna look, or a sphere, it'll look like a circle. And then if you expand that out or you look at different dimensions, it will show the full geometry. So that's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I'm not really a flat earthist, but I do think that to your point, the motivation has always been money and then trickle down to everything else, whatever they can get over us. It's a big deal, the space thing, but I think that's just to cover up something else. You look at
Of course.
Mhm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
To cover up what though? That was my question. What is the motive? If the Earth is flat, what's the motive? What's the point of going through all this trouble of faking all this stuff for all these years to convince us that the Earth is round? What for? What?
Because to your point, and to I think Kwame, the other person that was on here, y'all briefly talked about energies, or at least I don't want to say energies, but knowing yourself. And that if you don't know where you are in the universe or what it looks like, then you won't even know how to exploit the stuff around you. So if you think that we're isolated in nowhere land and there's nothing else around us to take from or to glean from, then yeah, it makes you kind of dependent on the entities that are running the show on this particular planet. So if you
levels, it's levels to it too, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you're just speaking on right there. It is to cut off the feeling or the desire to explore.
But you know that,
like you being, let me say that part. You being put on a ball. You being put on a ball and being told that everything has been explored on this earth. We know all the continents. We know all the locations. Yada 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 yada. Bruh, the only place for you really to explore is with the ocean. But for you to think that there is no hidden continent, there is no extra continents, no extra
please
land
don't take no offense to this, bro, because I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about what you just said. But that's stupid as fuck, bro.
What?
That's stupid as fuck.
What?
The claim that the reason that they would say that the earth is round is to make you not want to go explore the earth, because people want to go explore the earth all the time. I want to go to Bora Bora, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm saying, like, what y'all are talking about is so easily debunkable. Like, all you got to do, if NASA is a conspiracy and all they trying to do is get money, all you got to do is go to college and become an astronaut and find out the truth from inside out. Why haven't nobody done that? Why aren't you doing that if you actually believe that that's the case? You know what I mean?
I majored in applied physics, so that's part of the reason why I'm so I don't know, staunch about my position, is because I did the exact same thing you just said, Kwame. Is basically I heard this stuff, I didn't know if it was true or not. I went to university and majored in that particular field to understand it for myself. Now I can actually prove, as far as I know, everything that most everything that I hear. I still might not be right, but at the same time, I do have the faculties to be able to verify the stuff that I see that's given to me that I can consume. And so like I said, I don't necessarily fully disagree with you, but
but that's your question. I mean, you spoke kind of harsh. You spoke very harshly. You said it was stupid as fuck. I'm cool with that. I need you to back that up though, because what you just said didn't make it sound stupid as fuck. You know what I mean? That was kind of strong. I need you to back that up, because if they're hiding
the reason why it's stupid as fuck is because people are traveling the world all the time. People are still exploring. People ain't just saying, well, everything's been explored. That's just simply not true what you said. You know, and
exactly
on top of that,
what I'm saying, they got bro, I can back it up just with some common sense, with a common sense statement right here to let you know it ain't stupid as fuck. How can you believe that it's more valuable to explore space when you ain't even explored the fucking ocean? That's stupid as fuck.
Now, hold on. The reason why it's stupid as fuck is because nobody is saying that. That's what I'm saying. Nobody is saying that space is more valuable than the ocean. Matter of fact, most scientists say that. No, hold on, bro. Most people are saying we need to be exploring the ocean because we ain't done. Before we go into outer space, we need to finish exploring Earth. That's the message that I'm hearing. Now, whatever you're hearing, I'm not hearing that, bro. You're saying that. That's something that you're saying, a claim that you're making, and I'm telling you it sounds stupid as fuck. I'm not saying that you're stupid as fuck. I'm saying that what you're saying sounds stupid as fuck. So whoever you heard that from, they tell them that they're stupid as fuck. But I'm telling you that me and the science nerdy motherfuckers that I rub shoulders with, they don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? They focus. They would rather focus on the ocean.
I want to understand what you're saying. So you're saying, look, what you're saying is that people are really spending more time exploring the ocean than they are space. That's what you're saying.
I don't really know if people are spending more. I don't know what people are spending more time on. I'm saying that in the scientific community, there is no narrative that space is more valuable than the ocean. It's probably the other way around.
All right. I agree with it. I ain't gonna disagree.
Well, you got to look at the pressures too. You got to look at they have explored some of the ocean, Mariner's Trench. And
before you go in, Kwame, let me add to this. The reason why they haven't fully explored the ocean was largely technological. They didn't have the means to get down to the ocean depth. So we had the technology to go out of space before we had the technology to go to the ocean floor. That's just happenstance. We didn't have the technology to do that. So go ahead, Kwame.
Lie. Bro, that's a goddamn lie. What you just said right
now,
there.
You got to back that up. Now you got to back that up. You got to back that up.
Wait. Let me respond. Let me respond what you just said, because this is very important. What you just said out of your goddamn mouth. Excuse my language. This is all love. This is a little passion.
There ain't no goddamn God, bro. You can cuss.
All right, thank you. What you just said out your goddamn mouth was they had the technology to explore space before they had the technology to explore the ocean. And I
said the bottom of the ocean, bro. I said the bottom of the ocean.
Look. Either way. You believe that shit, nigga? You believe that shit?
It ain't about belief. It's about knowledge. So when you do research, I don't have to believe this.
Wait, fuck yourself. You're right.
You accept it.
Okay, so
you accept that shit, bro.
Yeah,
time out, fam. Time out.
We all fucked up. If you accept that shit, bro, you can't call what I said dumb as fuck or whatever.
All right, so this is what you got to do now. Now you got to prove me wrong. You don't got to do it right in this second, but
bro, I can prove you they never went to fucking space. I can prove that to your ass real quick.
Go ahead.
There's no space.
Do that. I can prove it right now that they have. I can prove that they have. Now we in the pickle. Now we in the pickle. Now you say that you can prove that we never been in space.
Fam, hold on.
Through common sense,
my brother, you saying that there is no space?
Bro, there ain't no fucking space, man.
Oh, I thought you said we didn't go to space.
All right, before Kwame.
Well, look, I have a question. I have one question though. I have one question before y'all go in on me. Have y'all even pondered? Thank you, bro. Thank you. Have y'all even pondered the idea that space could possibly be some bullshit?
Yes, I pondered a lot of ideas, but you know what I'm saying.
What's the point?
Before I go to that, you know what I'm saying, I want to get the new person a chance. So hold that. We're gonna put a button in it. The only reason I'm put a button
All right,
in
bro, go ahead, bro.
I think it's a softball question, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to ignore the new guest. So QUA, how you pronounce your name, bro?
Qua.
What's going on?
Peace, y'all. How's everybody doing?
Peace. What's going on, brother?
Not much.
All right, now I saw your messages in the chat. Now go ahead. What you got to add to it?
Oh, I mean, he basically just it's crazy because he basically just said what I was gonna say right before me. The whole space shit, it's basically a tax. It's like it's a tax scheme. It's about economics. It'll cost more to actually go to space than to fake a space trip.
So basically, y'all think that the United States being at war all the time, they're not really at war. That's just a money scam too, right?
You jumping.
No, I'm asking.
Bro, that's a jump. You jump.
No, bro, I'm asking. This is a simple yes or no question. We can jump right back. It's a simple yes or no.
I'm not gonna. I don't know the answer to that. But did you know that there's
family? I'm sorry.
There's an official military. There's I don't know what to call it, but title that's called Theater General. So you tell me. I don't know.
Bro,
I had to look into that. I never heard of it.
My whole family fucking military. You know what I'm saying? My mother.
I was saying because I'm military too. So when you say war is fake,
this is why I say that.
That would be
because they say
because I've been on
that.
It's fake to the people who staging it.
That's actually I'm using something that don't get used a lot in our community. It's called logic.
Our military, bro. Our military, our family members, cousins, uncles, bro, they are sacrifices for this fucking country. Y'all better stop fucking playing. They are fucking sacrifices.
Bro,
you can say it like that.
No question.
You can say it like
you said
that.
I was jumping. You said I was jumping. I didn't want to talk about the military. The reason why I asked that question was because y'all said that the motive for the making up space was money, and NASA gets a very, very small percentage of the money that the military gets to go to war. So I'm saying if the whole motive is money, then why ain't they more money? Because NASA ain't getting
when you staging fake trips, you making a lot more money than you spending.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you guys a question. What makes you think that space is fake outside of your conspiracy theory that it's all money? Looking up, I can see stars right now. I'm in Texas. I can see stars right now. What do you think those things, the little dots up there?
I don't think it's conspiracy. I think it's economics. It makes more sense.
So you think so you think there's a magic disco ball in the sky? You think it's like a disco ball of stars in the sky?
If you look at those stars, they look like people that are trapped.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the information that we are presented regarding space and regarding those things.
You think Galileo was a fraud too? Or you think he was a made up person?
I gotta make me another drink, man. This right here.
Listen, you brought up Galileo. See, I can tell the fact of the matter you bring up, look, and this is no disrespect, just check me out, my brother. The fact of the matter you bring up Galileo, you haven't figured out that all the founding fathers are fake. So why would you bring up the
okay. That's what my question was. Okay. So help me understand now. Now I'm not one of those people that's gonna sit up here and be like, I know I'm right. Now you can show me I'm wrong and that Galileo is not a real person, because I don't believe in Jesus and everybody tell me that he's real. So tell me that Galileo is fake.
Christopher Columbus ain't real, bro. All them fucking figures, bro. You know what? We've been taught, our ass been taught since we was kids, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? The fucking explorers.
That's cat.
If they ain't real, they black. If they ain't black, they fake. You know what I'm saying? You can't believe.
Where are you getting this information, and how can you prove it? Because you're making a lot of claims.
So this is just a personal belief. So this is just a personal belief, not something that you actually looked up and confirmed.
I've read this shit multiple places. I don't have the books right in front of me. I don't have the articles right in front of me. I don't even have the author of the fucking. I don't have the name of the author. What I'm saying, I came across this. I came across the research. Listen, I've came across the research. Don't be a slave to my understanding. Don't be a slave to. You have to look for yourself.
Do you have names of these authors? Because
I just said that.
He don't got it. Can I speak on what you just said right quick, bro?
But the shit I'm telling you, it's certain things called it's something called kinesiology. Even if this ain't the right word, bro, it's called.
It's not the right word. You know, kinesiology is the study of medicine and sports.
No,
kinesiology is
I
the
went to
study
school for that.
Let me finish what I'm about to say.
Kinesiology. You're using sports med. You're using study of athletics and all this other stuff.
Nigga, I just said that might not be the right word. Goddamn, before you even came out your mouth.
Kinesiology. Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, man.
I gave a disclaimer before you cut me off.
Kinesiology. Okay.
Let me finish the next part.
Go ahead.
If that's not the right word, it's basically when you hear the truth, you know it, or you know it's leading to something, or you know it's leading. Look, goddamn. Let me.
I don't think that's the word.
I'm talking to Quayle. You can continue to talk. I'm talking to my host. I'm just asking him, man. Can you cash at me $10 more so I give me some more Jim Beam, please? I need to be some more Jim Beam for this one.
That was up, bro. But this ain't the first time.
Look, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
If this the first time you've heard,
hey, y'all check the comments for real though, real quick.
If this the first time you heard this shit, I want to know where the fuck y'all been at for 5-6 years. That y'all
kinesiology though.
Okay, fuck that word, nigga. God damn. I gave it a disclaimer.
I'm not. First of all, I'm not a nigga. Okay.
Okay. I mean, how many times you gonna throw the conversation off, bro?
Because you said kinesiology. That's a study.
And I said nigga. Look, and I said nigga. Which way you want to go?
Let me interject one time. Because it's a family show. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all gotta keep it kosher, as they say in the Jewish community. You know what I'm saying? But I basically the brother Major Keys, you told on yourself, and I want to call y'all out because this is what I noticed about anybody who believe in flat earth. What it boils down to, y'all say the motive for round earth is money. The motive for you flat earthers is y'all believe in this fake sky daddy. And deep down, no matter how much y'all say y'all don't, y'all do. And that's the only reason y'all think the earth is flat, because y'all still holding on to this Bible somewhere in some shape or form, because that's the only way you can believe in that bullshit. Because I know you religious and you believing in it because you said some religious shit. You said lean not on your own understanding. Now let me tell you why you are not stupid, but that is some stupid shit. Lean not on your own understanding, because you are the only understanding that you can lean on. If you don't lean on your own understanding, then you forced to lean on somebody else's own understanding, who themselves is leaning on their own understanding. So what you really saying is, you are below.
You know what, Quayle? Brother Sanchez sent them boys over here. Cause Brother Sanchez is scared to send him. Brother Sanchez is scared to come over here by himself. He sent these boys over here, man.
I disagree with Sanchez on a lot of shit. And look, before y'all, it's a couple of signs, y'all, and I love y'all first of all. But it's a couple of signs.
We love you too, man. But stop calling us niggas, though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't niggas. We are melanated beings.
You could call me the nigga. I'm the nigga.
But look, and I can tell you right now. Let's just keep it funky, because we all brothers. We grown. Listen,
I'm from Funky Town. I'm from Fort Worth. I'm from Funky Town, Texas, man. I'm from Funky Town.
I can tell you right now, niggas don't agree with you about that word nigga, bro. So just chill out. Everybody don't agree with you about the nigga. So just chill out. Stop cutting me off. This is how I talk, bro.
Wait, hold on. First of all, this is our show. Hold on, this is our show. I need you to be respectful. We allowed you on the show, and we will look. Hold on, brother. I'm speaking. Hold on. I'm speaking right now. Hold on, brothers. Let me speak. I'm the host. I'm the host of tonight's show. I am the host of tonight's show.
I respect
you for calling in and supporting us, but you gotta respect the host and the co-host. So don't use that word, brother. Don't use that word on us. So I'm gonna give you a chance to speak.
I ain't saying no more. But
I'm still speaking, brother. I'm still speaking, my brother. I'm still speaking. You gotta listen, brother. Brother, listen. We're going because my host, which is Quayle, he sent me an email. We gotta keep the shit cordial, or we will get demonetized. So you gotta be careful what you say. Okay?
All right.
You got it? Okay, go ahead and speak.
Now listen, the respect goes both ways. You don't want, it's funny, it's ironic that you point me out for cutting me off and you doing the same thing. But it's all good. It's all good. Listen, my point is, if I can stay on point, because you know us as brothers, if we ain't got notes in front of us, you know what I'm saying? If we ain't got a speech written out. If you keep cutting me off, I'm gonna lose what the fuck I'm saying.
I feel you on that.
Right?
I feel you on that. Yeah.
So you can tell I'm a respectful brother because I apologize for cursing earlier, and he told me I'm good. I can curse. So don't try me like I ain't respectful.
You can curse. Look, you can curse, but you still have specific guidelines.
Bro, you just cut me off, dog.
Bro, this is my show, though. This is my show, and I'm letting you know, bro. Look, if bro, see, you're getting upset instead of just sitting back and saying, "I'm the host. I am the host."
Quayle, you can do that though.
You do have a point. He is
Quayle, bro. Quayle.
I gotta say, appreciate it. Keys, I feel you on that not wanting to be interrupted and stuff, because you do lose your thought. But you know, when you on somebody else's show, you kind of got to get them the flow when they talking. Tonight, even though it's my channel, this is Kwame's show. So he, you know, like he's saying, it's his show tonight, so he kind of in charge. You know what I'm saying? So I can't argue with him on this.
It just irks me to hear somebody sound like, I ain't saying you definitely are a hypocrite. It just irks me to even hear anything close to hypocrisy in 2021.
I got chat. I gotta look up.
But all I'm saying, y'all, can I just say one last point and I'm off? Y'all can kick me off. Is that all right?
We ain't trying to kick you. Oh shit! Why the fuck does it do that? I don't like when it do that.
You on? We can hear you.
All I'm saying is,
all right, you got the flow, Major.
Flat Earth is the wrong word. Number one, like I heard a brother saying something about hills and valleys and shit, and it's like the hills and valleys and the mountains only come up for flat Earth. It don't come up for round Earth. That shit don't make no damn sense right there. Oh, when we call it flat Earth, if that motherfucker ain't perfectly flat, it ain't flat. I'm like, nigga, y'all sound crazy. So all I'm saying is fuck flat. How about level? And let's use the fucking water where we use a carpenter. Now I ain't no fucking religious motherfucker, but all this shit is symbolism, it's code. So nigga, water is level in whatever container you put it in, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's just break it down on that tip first before we go all off.
Okay, so listen, brother. We're gonna break it down. No. I'm not cutting you off. I'm just saying, let's break it down at that point. Is the Earth a container?
Is the Earth a container?
You brought a container. Is the Earth a container?
It has to be for it to be a ball.
Yes or no, sir? Brother, yes or no? Is the Earth a container?
I'm weak.
No, it's not.
Okay, so how do you know that water is level on the Earth?
Bro, because it's many proofs and evidences of water being level. Bro, that is no
level from your perspective. Let me ask you a question. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 6 foot 205.
It's not perspective.
No, listen, no. I'm asking a question. You're on my show. I need you to answer the question. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 6 foot tall, 205. How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
You're 6 foot. Okay, so can you go out to a lake right now and say, can you see the other side of the lake with some trees? Because I can go like right now, I can drive to Lake Ray Hubbard in Dallas, Texas. I'm in Dallas, Texas. I can go to Lake Ray Hubbard right now. I cannot see the trees in Waxahachie. In Waxahachie, Texas, I cannot see the trees. I'm 6 foot tall.
You saying
I go to the lake right now and not see the tree. Hold on, time out.
You telling me that's curvature?
That's curvature because I cannot see the trees in Waxahachie. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now. Brother, I'm by Lake Ray Hubbard. I'm in Plano, Texas. All I gotta do is travel 3 or 4 miles into Dallas to Lake Ray Hubbard.
Bro,
hold on, let me finish. I go to Lake Ray Hubbard in Dallas, Texas, and stand on their little shoreline. I will not be able to see the trees in Waxahachie because Waxahachie, Texas, is directly south of Dallas, Texas.
And how many miles?
I will not be able to see Waxahachie from where I'm at in Plano.
How many miles is that?
That's about 8 miles.
8
On
miles.
30,
Listen,
it's on
bruh,
Interstate 30. It's
no
on Interstate
disrespect.
35. Hold on, let me finish. It's on Interstate 35 South. Waxahachie is on Interstate 35 South. You can
Bruh,
Google it.
bruh.
No, you can Google it. I will
hear
not be able to see the
Let me
trees
respond.
in
Bruh,
Waxahachie.
let me respond.
No, listen to me.
Please.
Hold on, fam.
Nah,
Let me
you
let
finna,
me
Hey,
explain.
Kwame, you
Let
gotta
me
let him
finish.
answer though.
Are you finna repeat
Go
this
ahead,
stuff?
go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, Major.
Major Key, okay, what I'm saying is this, bro. Dog, the exact type of example that you're choosing to use right now has been debunked over bro, it's over 100 places, bro. 50 miles. You talking about
Who debunked? Who
let me
debunked
finish.
it though? Who
Let me
debunked
finish.
it?
Bro, you can go
Who debunked it?
brother.
And I'm the one, I am the one that showed that you cannot see Waxahachie, Texas, which is on I-35 South
I'm gonna need you to
from
prove
Lake
that.
Ray Hubbard.
The reason
I'm
why
the one that proved that there's curvature.
bro,
I'm
I
the
got a
one that
question for
proved.
y'all.
I'm the one that proved curvature.
Bro, I heard what you said. Now let me respond. Everybody heard what you just said.
Go ahead, bro.
5 times.
Go ahead. I'm gonna send my Jim Beam. Go ahead, bro.
You repeated that shit 5 times, bro. I get it. I got you. I'm
All right, cool. Go ahead.
I'm sitting here telling you, bro, there are many examples of 50-mile stretches. What the hell are we talking about 8 miles for? 8 miles? Nigga, it's 50-mile stretches where you can see, look, wait. You can see a mountain, bro, from one mountaintop to the other mountaintop, bro. I'm talking about at least 50 miles. At least you
Yeah,
can see the whole damn mountain, bro.
Major,
Stop
but can you see the bottom of the mountain though, Major?
But no.
Can you see the
Wait,
bottom of the
let me
mountain,
ask you
Major?
this question. Let me ask you this question.
You should
Since
be
you
able to see
want
the
to
bottom of the mountain.
claim that somebody debunked my curvature from Dallas, Texas, Lake Ray Hubbard to Waxahachie, let's see if you have a debunction from East Dallas to Arlington, Texas, to see the top of the Cowboy Stadium. Bro, I live in Fort Worth. I live in, hold on. Time out. Hold on. No. Time out. I live in Fort Worth, Texas. I live on the border between Arlington and Fort Worth, Texas. Bro, I still can't see the damn Cowboy Stadium. The Cowboy Stadium is in Fort Worth. I mean, not Fort Worth. It's in Arlington. I live in Fort Worth. Hold on. I'm not finished.
Go ahead.
If I'm in Fort Worth, Texas, I should still be able to see the Dallas Cowboy Stadium in Arlington for 5 miles away.
It depends on
I can't see.
Is it flat
I can't see. Hold on. I can't see. I cannot see the Dallas Cowboy Stadium from where I live at. I live on East Chase Parkway.
Just let me respond,
bro. You can Google East Chase Parkway. You can hold on. You can Google East Chase Parkway. That's my apartment complex. Tell me, can you see the Dallas Cowboy Stadium? The Dallas Cowboy Stadium is in Arlington, Texas. I cannot see the Dallas Cowboy Stadium from where I live at. If that's the case, if the earth was flat.
Let me respond to that, bro. Let me respond.
Go ahead, respond.
Okay. Look, I can't sit here and argue with you about your place of where you stand now. I can ask you questions like, yo, what's the terrain like? You know what I'm saying? Are there valleys?
It does not matter. It does not matter because according to the flat earth, there is no terrain. I've looked at flat earth videos. How can you have any terrain on a flat earth? You have to have movements. You have to have mechanics, movements of the earth. You cannot have mountains on a flat earth.
Bro, you sound crazy as a motherfucker.
No, I don't
bruh.
sound crazy
Yes,
because
you do.
no, wait a
I
minute.
just said,
The
I
earth
just spoke
has
on
to
that.
rotate.
I just spoke on that when I first started talking.
Quayle, let me ask you a question, Quayle. Let me ask my host. Let me ask on the show. Quayle, don't you have to have movements in order to have mountains?
No,
you have to have movement.
God,
well, that's how mountains form. But let me interrupt right quick.
All right, Quayle, I'm going on mute. Quayle, I'm going on mute.
The problem is, okay, you gotta understand this, Kwame.
My brother,
I got you, bro.
My brother.
Hold on, you got to understand this, Kwame. You dealing with people who not dealing with science. So you trying to talk to them scientifically. You know what I'm saying? So you saying to him that you can't have mountains on a flat earth. He not hearing you because in his mind, what he's hearing you saying is mountains aren't flat. That's what he think you saying. But Major Keys, what he actually saying is the way mountains form. See, he a little tipsy right now. If you can't tell, you know, he a little soft up. But what he's actually saying is, what he's actually saying is the way mountains form is because of the shifting of the continents, and that only happens on a round Earth. Because on a flat Earth, it would all the continents would either fall off or they would clump together. On a round Earth, you can get a consistent moving of the continents, which forms all these mountain ranges and rifts and under the ocean and stuff. That's where earthquakes come from and all that stuff. So that's what he's saying. He's not saying what you was speaking on earlier. He's not talking about that. He's saying that you can't get mountains on the flat Earth because of plate tectonics and the shifting of the plate.
So that's why I said earlier. I say, okay, y'all, and just because I'm sitting here talking to y'all, look, ain't none of us no motherfuckers. Like I said, let me just speak passionately. Ain't none of us no motherfucking NASA scientists. So let's stop the bullshit. All right, let's stop the bullshit. We're talking like we're intellectual, free scholars doing our own research. We coming together. Fuck all the science and shit, bro. I'm telling y'all, they the enemy. So why would I fucking subscribe to that shit? But listen to what I'm trying to say right now. No, I'm saying that I was responding to what I heard earlier when somebody say, Earth can't look. It sounds retarded though. But listen, Earth can't be flat. We got valleys and hills and mountains. Earth can't. I'm like, bro, of course not. I don't
know who you be debating, but man, they dumb as hell because all those arguments. You ain't hear nobody over here say that. You ain't hear nobody over here say that.
Fucking God, bro!
I just explained to you what Kwame meant. You know what I'm saying? And I know I ain't say nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Listen. This ain't the first. The only one I can go in on it because listen, this is a common type of misunderstanding. This ain't the first time I heard somebody say that shit. The world ain't flat. We got fucking valleys and hills and mountains. I'm like,
I mean, I've heard people say that shit jokingly, bro. I ain't really heard. I mean, if I heard somebody say that, I would think they was either joking or dumb as hell, honestly. I don't believe in no flat Earth.
No. Look, I know I say down the word flat because niggas is acting crazy. Niggas want to play.
No, I mean, we ain't gotta say that. I'm telling you, the Earth is definitely a sphere.
Let's use the word level. Look, right. I hear you.
Let me ask you a question, bro.
Go ahead.
Where do the sun go at night?
Bro, look. I'm not finna go in all of that. Look, I'm telling you right now. Look,
all right, because I gotta answer on the round. It's real simple. It's real simple.
It ain't real simple whether you know it or not. The shit that was taught to you, bro, since kindergarten. Let me say this, bro. Without cut me off. The shit you've been taught since kindergarten, my nigga, it ain't simple. It just seemed like it is, but the shit that done force fed you, bro, is the most complicated, dumbest shit of all time. Because if you believe one part of it on a high level, there's a whole bunch of sub-compartments, sub-categories of shit that you don't even know that you believe in, but you gotta believe it because you believe this fucking top part. You know what I'm saying? And niggas don't even know what the fuck they believe in, bro. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck we keep seeing the same goddamn constellations for forever? We flying through space though. We going all through fucking space.
Do you really want to answer to that question? Do you really want to answer to that question?
I want you to try to answer it.
Hold on, Kwame, I got this. The reason why we still see the same constellations is because you, my friend, you underestimate how big the universe is and how small we are. So the constellations actually do change and they shift, but the time scale that they change on and the vast amount of space that they move through is so vast that you won't see it in your lifetime. It'll take millions of years, but in a billion years from now, they're not gonna. Those constellations not gonna be there.
Bro,
It's gonna be
fuck my
completely
lifetime.
different.
Look, of course not. Look, fuck my lifetime. Fuck all our lifetime. Bro, there is
Wait, hold on, time out.
Look,
Time out.
This dude, go ahead.
Oh, this dude is the host of the show tonight. I don't understand. I'm sorry that natural phenomenon doesn't conform to your life expectancy, but that's the truth because the Earth does not spin as fast as you think it does.
Who said
I don't know where you see. You're getting your information from G-Man. You're getting your information from Venom Fang X. Yeah, I know where you're getting your information from. I know about all this talk.
That's a throwback. He said Venom Fang X. I ain't heard
Venom
that
Fang
in
X, yeah. Venom Fang X. G-Man is giving you all this shit. G-Man and Venom Fang X. They think that. Look, hold on. You on my show, fam?
I don't even know who that is.
Hold on. Yes, you do. You know who they are.
I don't know.
You know who they are.
I don't even know who that is.
Those are the prominent YouTubers that come on these shows and say that the Earth is flat. Let me ask you a question. Now, okay, are you gonna shut up? Cause you're on my show, and Quayle will hang up on your ass. You want to stay on the show? Fine, but don't disrespect the show.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, you're getting your information from these flatards that's saying that the Earth is 6,000 years old. You're saying, Venom Fang X is saying, hold on, bro, I'm not done. Venom Fang X is saying that hold on, no. This is true. This is real truth. Venom Fang X is saying that the Grand Canyon happened in 5 minutes. Because he thinks that the Earth is flat. According to him.
Bring anybody else's name up right now. You're wasting time. You're trying to throw me off.
How am I wasting time? Brother Sanchez, I'm not finished. I am not finished, sir.
My name is
I am not finished.
I'm not none of them niggas.
Brother, I'm being as calm as I can be because we're on somebody else's show. Quayle has put this together for everybody to learn something from. But I'm not going to ruin his channel because I got to argue with
you fucking it up, boss. Pretty decent right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Abraxas.
Oh, Q.
You messing it up pretty decent.
You got something to say? Because wait, I need you. Now we got people that's thinking that
I've been you cutting out, bro. Your sound cutting out. Quiet.
Yeah,
Am I saying your name?
I'm in bad reception.
I've been sitting on a question for a minute. Someone made a good point about how flat Earth is basically like a secondhand religion. Basically like they holding on to the Sky Daddy. Someone said Sky Daddy, some shit like that.
Okay, hey, Quayle, let them in. Let them in.
He in here. What's your question?
I'm basically asking, what's the difference between the Sky Daddy and the daddy in the lab coat?
There ain't no daddy in the lab coat. That's the difference. There
ain't no daddy.
Hold on, because this is a misconception. Just like y'all say people got misconceptions about flat earthers. Y'all definitely, I've heard by the way y'all talking, y'all definitely got misconceptions about science. Science ain't no cabal, and there ain't no daddy. Science is a method. Okay, it's a scientific method. So it's just like that's like saying who's the daddy of math. Who's the daddy of addition? Who's the daddy of trigonometry? There ain't no daddy. It's a process. It's a method. It's a way you do this. So the way that you figure out if something is true or not true, you perform an experiment, or you test the.
I'm not a flat earther. I'm saying we don't know. I'm saying we will never know.
My question is this though. So through scientific method, you're trying to tell me that they have they proven gravity, brother? Yes or no?
Yes, they have. Man, and I'm gonna tell you why they proving gravity.
You're a goddamn
3.9 meters per second.
Hey,
you're a goddamn lie.
Yeah,
Quayle,
they have definitely
Quayle,
proven gravity. I think in
Nigga, fuck, they
2019.
haven't.
Hold on, bro.
Quayle.
In 2019, or it might not, it might be a different year, but recently they discovered gravitational waves. So not only have they proven gravity, but they've proven what gravity is made of. They detected gravitational waves with a detector called LIGO. So you got to look this stuff up. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they call
gravity
it
is real.
Hey, Quayle,
gravitational
Quayle,
waves.
Quayle,
Y'all niggas,
Quayle,
y'all
Quayle.
tripping. Y'all tripping.
Hey, let
I
me ask you
believe it's
brother
still a
something.
theory.
Let me ask, no. They
Y'all
have
tripping.
proved gravitational waves, 3.9 meters per second. If you take your coffee mug right now and drop it on the floor, it will fall at 3.9 meters per second.
Y'all did no research, bro. You ain't did no fucking research,
No,
bro.
I did research because I got the numbers, my brother. Me and Quayle
And that
got the numbers, my brother.
That was Crocker be doing all our fucking life.
Oh, so what's 1 plus 1? What's 1 plus 1?
Man, go ahead, bro.
No, what's 1 plus 1?
Jim Beam.
No, what's 1
I
plus
told
1?
you, Kwame, they don't deal with that. They don't deal with that. They
Y'all
deal with
straight
belief.
up.
No,
Bro,
brother.
They deal with
Quayle,
belief.
you might do. You might do 100
Gravity is the
grand.
biggest
Brother,
belief. Gravity is the biggest belief.
brother,
Bigger than Jesus. Gravity bigger than Jesus.
I don't believe in Jesus.
Hey,
We don't believe in Jesus.
I don't
but
believe
y'all believe in gravity though. Y'all
No,
crazy ass believe.
no, my
believe in
brother,
Crazy ass believe in gravity though.
brother.
Y'all
Hold on,
crazy ass
look,
don't believe in space and
listen.
gravity.
If you don't shut the fuck up, we'll kick you off this live stream. You hear me?
Man, hey bro, I'm so sick of hearing your
We'll
junk ass
kick you
nigga.
off
Do
this
what
goddamn
the fuck
live
you wanna
stream
do.
if you
I'm
don't
gonna try to
fucking
quit.
listen. You feel me?
I'm gonna talk to everybody
What's
else
1 plus
except you.
1?
Hey,
What's 1 plus 1?
I talk to
What is
everybody
1
else.
plus 1, brother?
Let me talk to anybody else but this drunk
You
ass
gonna
nigga,
talk?
bro.
Are you gonna give us an
No.
answer or preach
I
to
gotta
us?
tell you,
Nah.
Kwame, you
All right, I'm gonna
gotta
shut up. Hey,
understand, bro.
Quayle, I'm gonna
I ain't
shut
trying to hear
up.
that shit. I ain't trying to hear that
Go
shit.
ahead,
I'm trying to
bro.
tell you,
Go ahead.
he's not gonna answer your question because he
I will.
don't deal with that. He
You
does
asking me
not
1 plus
he
1
does
plus
not
1, bro?
he
I'm
does
not
not
asking no
deal
damn
with
1
that.
plus 1, bro. I just said gravity. I'm telling y'all the truth about gravity, dog.
No, we want to know 1 plus 1 because it has
Bro,
everything to do with gravity. It has everything to do with
you
gravity.
barking up the wrong tree, Kwame, because he
play
don't
the game.
deal with
I'll
logic.
play the
All
game.
right, then. Go ahead, bro.
All right, he did it. Go ahead, Kwame. He answered it.
Okay, so if 1 plus 1 equals 2, how did you find out that 1 plus 1 equals 2?
It wasn't because a cracker told me.
Exactly.
So if y'all let that shut y'all down, let me speak one more time.
First of all, respect the host and
Ain't
the
nobody
co-host.
disrespect me. Nobody disrespect me, bro. Stop saying that
Quayle,
shit.
Quayle.
You already told me I'm good. You
Man,
already told me I'm
both of
good.
y'all kind of heated, man. Both of y'all kind of heated. I think both of y'all
No,
just kind of chill.
Quayle, I'm not heated.
What's a
I
religious
just don't
debate
like the
going on?
disrespect.
This dude tripping. I can have a real
Quayle,
Let them have their religious debate.
Listen, you want to talk about you learn 1 plus 1. You learn 1 plus 1 from the crackers, right? That
I
equals
just said
2.
I didn't, crazy nigga.
I don't know what's wrong with this dude.
That's the nigga. All right, man. Check this out, bro. That y'all just this ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? We sparring intellectually, just like when you in the hood and you say, hey, let's slap box. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it get a little heated. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, we still gonna go shoot hoops and fuck sisters after this. So I'm gonna get the big sister, you get the little sister. So that's how it go. But
Hey, Quayle, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, Kwame.
Hey, Quayle, I know every time I go live, I spark a controversy. I'm so sorry, brother, about your channel. This is your channel, man. I'm so sorry that I spark controversy every time I go live with you. But, bro, it needs to be done.
Okay, what I was gonna say is, you know what I'm saying, like you trying to lead them down a logical pathway. He don't want to answer that because he thinks it's a softball question and it's insulting, so he don't want to answer that. But I'm telling you, he
an
don't.
oxymoron that an atheist can lead someone down a logical pathway.
All right, Catholic tradition is not. Now you just heard him cuss dude out for being disrespectful. Now you don't get me started. Now you gotta be respectful. Because
Well, I am being
you
respectful.
can't paint
Like, I
everybody
just
with
took
a,
a
you can't
fact.
paint everybody with a broad brush. Now you can't say an atheist is something else. That's like me
Well,
saying that a Catholic is a child
sure, I
rapist.
was
So
just stating
how
a
many little
fact.
boys have you raped today? How many little boys have you raped today? Because you're a Catholic,
No,
right?
I was
You're a
just
Catholic, right?
stating a fact. Now, you want to
Well, it's a
divert and
fact
take
that
it down
Catholic
to a
priests rape
teenage
little
level,
boys.
or do you want to
That's what
Catholic
actually
we're
priests
saying.
discuss
That's what
rape
we're
little
logic?
boys.
saying,
That's
bro.
definitely
You
a
know what?
fact.
It's a fact. It's a fact that I got the
You know
control
what,
over
Quayle?
who gets
That's
used and
not
who
even a
don't.
question. You a brother and you a Catholic. How the fuck you a Catholic and you a brother? You a black man. How the fuck you a Catholic? This is why I say the black. Hold on. I don't mean Q. You a cool dude. I like you, Q. Q. Let me speak. This is my show. This is my show. This is my show. And Quayle, I'm good. I'm good. Yes, I had some Jim Beam, but I still got common sense, even though I'm fucking buzzed. But the thing is, how the fuck is a black man a Catholic when we got Catholic priests raping young boys? How the fuck do we still have that shit? That's my rant. I'm an atheist. I'm ranting right now. This ain't done shit for our black people. This ain't nothing but cause conspiracy bullshit. Y'all think because the school system has taught us a certain way, therefore they're committing conspiracies against us. That's why I asked the question of what's 1 + 1? Nigga, you couldn't still answer the shit. Okay? Q, go ahead. I'm giving you the floor. Go ahead, brother.
I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, you good.
I go ahead and say back to what I was saying before Catholic traditionalists chimed in. What Kwame was doing was trying to lead them down, a logical pathway, where they don't want to do that because they're not using logic. They think science is a conspiracy. So when you talk to them about logic and science and all that, they're not using it. They're basing this off of some belief. So what the reason why this is, and I saw it happening, you know what I'm saying? It's because it is one thing that is true is we have been lied to. And there are things that we've been taught in school that are not necessarily true. So people think that just because they've been lied to over here, they must have been lied to over there. But guess what? Your fucking mama lied to you too. If you ever believed in Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy, that don't mean your mama lied to you about every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So just because the government lied to you and fuck you over sometime, don't mean that everything that they taught you in school is a fucking lie. You got to be smart enough to tell the difference between what's true and what's not true. That's why Kwame was saying, what's 1 + 1 and how do you know that? Because it don't matter if the white man told you or not. If the white man right, the white man right. So if a white man come to me and tell me 1 + 1 is 2, I'm gonna go, you're right, white man. And I don't give a fuck if you know what I'm saying, he purple, white, black, blue, pink. It don't matter. 1 + 1 is 2. So if the white man say that the earth is round, and I verify, okay, we got seasons, we got eclipses. Every time you see the earth shadow on the moon, it's a sphere. And the only way you can get a circle is if you have a sphere. It's never a flat disc or a line or any other shape. It's always a circle. So the only thing that always produces a circle, no matter what angle you shine a light on it, is a sphere. So there's so many evidences that go against it, and all the evidences that y'all try to bring to the table in support of y'all theory, because y'all say that the science is just theory, even though it's not. Y'all all got theory with no experiment. All that stuff has been debunked. And unlike brother Keys, I can actually show you the sources of where I got my shit from. I can do you one better and show you the video. You know what I'm saying? I can take you to the places like Kwame was saying. We can go to these stadiums and show you that you cannot see the other side of it. And he talking about seeing the mountaintops and stuff. Okay, that's what you expect if the mountaintop is 20,000 feet elevated, but can you see the bottom of it? Because that's what I would expect if the earth was flat. I should be able to see the bottom of one mountain from the top of another, but you can't do that.
And not only that, Quayle, bro, I'm only 7 minutes from when I just Googled my house from the Dallas Cowboys stadium, from the football stadium, bro. I can't even see the bottom of the Dallas Cowboys stadium, let alone the top. I would see Six Flags. I would see Six Flags before the Dallas Cowboys stadium. So if the earth was flat, I should be able to see Six Flags and the Dallas Cowboys Stadium at the same time, but I don't.
Major Keys back, man. Y'all keep it respectful, man, and try to let each other speak because we can't hear both of y'all at the same time. So at least let somebody talk for at least like 30 seconds.
Okay, so I'm still speaking. Hey, Keys.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Quayle, control that nigga. Keys. Hey, I'm just saying, bro. From where I live in Fort Worth, Texas, I don't even see Six Flags. If the earth was a flat disc, I should still be able to see Six Flags. And when I GPS, the distance from my apartment to Six Flags is 5 minutes. Why I don't see Six Flags? 5 minutes. When I go outside, I walk in my back patio and I still don't see Six Flags. I don't see Six Flags. If the earth is flat, tell me why I don't. Look, I can do a personal experiment and show you. I don't see Six Flags over Texas from my patio. And I'm on I-30. I'm on the interstate. I'm on the interstate. I'm off of Interstate 30. I'm off of Interstate 30. And I still don't see Six Flags from where I live.
The best thing I can say is, are you done, brother? Can I speak now?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
My dearly beloved, is it all right? Do I have your permission to speak?
Go ahead, bro. You can speak. You go and speak.
All right, bet. Look, I can't speak on, once again, the terrain that you're on right now. All I can say is that, brother, there are many, many examples of flat terrain, you know what I'm saying, different places on this earth, bro, that's way beyond 7-8 miles. I'm talking about 30, 40, 50 miles, brother, where there's no fucking curvature. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for where you're at. I can't speak for that. All I can say is that, bruh, there are many, many examples of, like I say, 40, 50 miles. There's no curvature where they're supposed to be. Now, as much as you want what you're asking explained, I know what I'm asking can't be explained by niggas who think we're on the globe. That's all I'm saying. I know what the many examples that's out here of flat terrain that has no curvature, right? But I can't necessarily speak on yours unless you do what you call a personal experiment. When you go out there, you take some pictures and you post it up on Brother Quayle Cush's YouTube channel, explaining what you're saying. Because, bruh, I ain't gonna say my own personal experimentation, but I'm gonna say, bruh, it's many experimentations of others that you can see 50, 60 miles, bruh, that you ain't supposed to see, bruh. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, though.
No. So you're talking about perspective, right?
That sounds like a cop out now.
No, it's not a cop out. No,
this is
no. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. This is what. No, I'm explaining your cop out as a flat earther. Okay, so in Texas, I'm in Central Texas. Central Texas is flat. We have a flat all the way out to El Paso. We're flat right out here. We might have a little few hills and valleys, but where I live at in Fort Worth, Texas, there is flat land. So if I was to go out to the I-30 bridge, I want to show you, you still cannot see the Dallas Cowboy football stadium. And I'm 5 miles from Dallas Cowboy football stadium. I'm 7 miles, excuse me. I'm 7 miles from Dallas Cowboy. I'm only 5 miles from Six Flags.
You say you can't
Six
see
Flags
it at
over
all.
Texas.
You can't say
no, I had to correct it.
You can't see the stadium.
I'm sitting home. I'm not finished. I had to correct my distance. And I even did this for a flat earther that I was debating off record.
You take pictures?
So when the flat earther, hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. I'm still talking. So when I was demonstrating to this flat earther that I could not see the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, I even turned my camera around. I was on Interstate 30. I was on I-30. I said, can you still see the Dallas? Can you even see Six Flags? They said no. I said, and I even turned around, say, hey, I'm not faking anything or anything. I'm on the Interstate 30 bridge. I was on a bridge showing direct east, Interstate 30, Six Flags, and the Dallas Cowboys Stadium is east of my apartment complex. I walked out to the bridge and say, can you see the Dallas Cowboys Stadium? They said no. These are flat earthers that want to try to troll me. I said, if you can see Six Flags and the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, then I'll become a flat earther. They told me no. Do you want to do the experiment? I'll do it for you.
Bro,
I give you my hold on, fam. No, we're not gonna do that. I will give you my number. We can basically FaceTime. I will show you the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I will ride by on Interstate 30 and show you Six Flags over Texas. When I show you Six Flags over Texas, I'm gonna go to my apartment complex and get on I-30. I will walk to the bridge and say, do you see the Six Flags? You will tell me no. Do you see Dallas Cowboys Stadium? You will tell me no. You want to do that?
All you got to do.
I will do an experiment. You want my number? I'll give you my number right now.
No.
I'm not afraid of shit.
Look. Let's meet back up on Quail on this shit. The same platform right here. And all you got to do is just bring some pictures. Some pictures.
No, we're going to do a live stream. We're doing live. I would do it live.
All right, brother. It's cool. That's
cool. Hey, Quayle, tomorrow we're doing this shit live. I'm gonna ride by. When you tell me to go live, I'm gonna show y'all Six Flags. I'm gonna show you Dallas Cowboys Stadium, the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Can I drop a scenario on y'all though, just to keep it funky with you? I just want to drop a scenario on y'all. So, outside of this atmosphere, what you want to call it, in low Earth orbit or in orbit of Earth, we got something called the Hubble fucking telescope. All right, the Hubble telescope. Now, this is a trick. This is the trick part. I already know what y'all gonna say before I even ask the question. All I'm saying is that this right here, they could have did this a long time ago, and it would have killed this flat Earth shit. It would have killed it like single-handedly, right, bruh? A zoom in from the telescope, from the Hubble telescope, or any satellite or any outer space observation. Turn around, look at Earth, take a picture of a city, standing straight up, and take a picture of the left side of the globe of a city sideways. Zoom in, y'all. They say they can see any fucking thing from space. You telling me we can't get a live 180? Look, first of all the footage. Now, I've done over 50 hours of research on this still, and although I can't sit here and use these big words or these scientific equations, it's whatever. I'm still sitting here telling y'all, out of all the footage I've seen, I've never seen a 180-degree shot of space, a camera shot going full 180 degrees. That's number one. Number two, I've never seen a zoom in on Earth to the point where we can see fuck sideways. How about an upside down city?
Like buildings in Australia.
Just to fuck with us. Look, just to fuck with us. Just some extra beef footage. Some footage they just up there cutting the food. They do all other shit. They fucking play with water and shit.
What makes you think it's supposed to be upside down cities?
Bro, I told you once again. I knew you were gonna say before I said it. Oh, we on the ball. Nothing's upside down. I'm saying from a perspective, like I say, just
again. If they took that picture, why would you call it upside down? It would just look like a city.
What I'm saying is they can still give us a perspective showing. They can still give us a perspective showing the top of the Earth. Hey y'all, this is fucking Orlando right here. It's on the top, so y'all see the buildings up straight up.
But they do though. That's the thing.
They do. I was gonna let them
do.
finish. I was gonna let them finish, but yeah, they do got all those pictures though. By the way.
Wait. First of all,
Quayle. Hold on. Before you finish, bro, you're on my show. You're on my show. Quayle.
I don't want him to not come back.
Hey, you know what? If you're gonna disrespect,
let me finish. But you
no, I can't let you finish.
You disrespecting
me. I'm talking to the host. I'm talking to the host.
Hey,
I'm not talking to you.
Hey, I'm trying to deal with you, bro. Stop talking, bro. Shut the fuck up. Let me finish.
No, you don't tell me so. This is my host. This is my show.
Shut the fuck up.
This is my show.
You disrespecting me, you drunk ass, bro.
Disrespect you?
Stop that shit, bro. Stop that shit, my nigga.
Bro,
I'm talking. Let me finish.
You roll with Brother Sanchez. First of fucking ball, you're on my show. You called it to our show.
I swear, bro. You're impossible, my nigga. You impossible.
No,
bro.
you called it to our show. I'm talking to the host. I was going to tell the host something else, but you got defensive.
I apologize.
You're a beta male. That's what you are. You're a beta male because you got defensive. You got defensive when I wasn't even fucking talking to you, my nigga. Since you want to use that word, Quayle.
Can you please shut him up so I can finish what I'm saying, Quayle?
No, I'm the host, motherfucker. Hey, Quayle. I'm talking to Quayle.
Yeah, y'all gotta be respectful though, man. Y'all can't get it personal.
Hey, Quayle,
I understand. Hey, Quayle, I understand that shit. But I don't deal with coon. I don't deal with coon motherfuckers like him. And when I was talking to you,
we need a mediator, Quayle.
This is our show, homie.
Major, I already told you. He was tipsy, so you know what I'm saying.
I wasn't even talking to you. I was going to ask the host to do something for me.
I was in the middle of a
No. You don't get, bro. I was finna ask.
This is what we gotta do, man. I hate to mute people, you know what I'm saying. But Major Keys. I don't know if y'all can hear me because if you're talking, you ain't gonna be able to hear me. But Major, I already told you, and you know that the man been drinking, so you can't expect him to function like a sober person. So, you know what I'm saying, just kind of bear with him a little bit. And when he sober up tomorrow, he'll probably apologize to you about it. And Kwame, you know what I'm saying, you can't be disrespecting the guests because they're not gonna want to come back on the show. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let him talk for a while, and you know you're gonna bust his bubble. Just let him dig his own grave. You ain't gotta cut him off. But you know what I'm saying, just let him dig his own grave.
No, I was gonna ask you, Quayle, can you hold it down for me till I get home? That's all I was gonna ask. If you can hold it down for me.
I got you. What I'm saying?
That's all I was gonna ask, brother. Hey, but I do appreciate you stepping in and cutting everybody off. But man, I wasn't trying to attack the brother. I was just gonna ask you, can you hold it down for me till I get to my apartment?
But can you see the screen, Major Keys? Can you see the pictures on the screen?
You got me? Hey, Quayle, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
All right, then I'm finna go off. I'm finna go offline right quick.
Quayle, all I was saying was that, bro, I wasn't talking about a picture. I said a live video footage of them zooming in on the city, standing upright, zooming out.
Yeah, right? I know. It's just like
Quayle. I'm talking to Quayle. Quayle, just hold it down for me until I get to the house, all right?
I got you, bro.
No, I'm talking to Quayle, bro. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my host. Quayle, can you hold it down until I get home?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I'm on my way home. Hold it down for me. I'm finna leave the chat right now.
This nigga better not be driving while you fucking around.
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm saying. I'm already fucked up, so I need to.
I'm gonna talk to the ancestors for nigga. All right, what I'm saying was, I'm done after this, bro. I'm done. I'm just trying to talk some common sense logic on the games being played and how easy they can kill it if they wanted to, if they fucking could. I say a live zoom in on a fucking upright city, zoom out and a live zoom in on another city sideways. Even if the shit look fake, they haven't even fucking tried to do it. They ain't even, bro. It's so easy. You hear me? They don't even fucking do it.
So in the same respect, I will ask you why I don't see a picture of the edge of the earth. Why don't they just fucking take a picture of the edge of the earth and prove that the earth is flat? That's all you got to do. All you personally, you ain't got to wait on NASA to do it. You could get on a boat, go to the edge of the earth, and take a picture and say, "See, Quali, it's the edge right there. You can't go past this point right here." And I'm gonna say, "Damn." So why you haven't done that yet?
All right, Quali, we building now, brother. We building. That's a great question. Listen, bro. You can't objectify the earth. That means, bro, when you really understand what this shit is, it ain't no seeing no fucking edges. It ain't no ends to the left or right beginning. It ain't none of that shit. It's a piece of flat paper floating in earth. I mean, floating in space. Get the fuck out of here. No, this is the universe, the flat, infinite plane. Not necessarily fucking flat. Of course, you got valleys and mountains and shit. It's not playing fucking.
So this is what I'm saying. Why haven't I seen the picture of the infinity of the plane that we on? Because I've seen many pictures of the space, but y'all say all those are fake. I'm showing pictures on the screen right now. I don't know if you're looking at that, but y'all say all of these are fake. So I'm asking, where are the fake pictures that prove the flat Earth, and why y'all not doing as good a job as these round Earth conspirators faking these pictures?
Cause we telling we like the ones that's well studied. A lot of this flat Earth shit is what you call decoy, misdirection. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of other these truths we got out here. You know what I'm saying? It's misdirected, fucking with our minds. I'm telling you right now, bro. Flat Earth, you ain't gonna see it in its entirety because it cannot be objectified. That means you can't put your hand on it like how NASA wants you to do with globe Earth. You can see the whole entirety of globe Earth, and so therefore, you know what I mean. You believe it. You subscribe to it. You hear what I'm saying? The infinite plane, bro. You cannot capture in all its glory, bro. You can't, bro. It's too fucking big. You can't get far enough away from it. This is an infinite plane. You cannot see the beginning. It's the alpha and the omega. You can't see the whole shit.
I'm not asking to see the whole thing. I'm asking to see the edge of it, the wall, or the infinity. Or the infinity. If there's no edge, you should be able to take a picture, and I should see that, okay, I was on this side, the east wall, the east end of right past China, and then once you go past that, there's this endless expanse of just water. And then, like, have y'all ever heard of Amelia Earhart? Like, you could take a plane from China and get back to America, or you could take a plane from India and get back to America. You go either way. So how is this possible on a flat Earth?
Do you know what infraction is? Infraction is, bruh, that little wavy shit you see at the very edge of the horizon. You know what I'm saying? It's refraction. You can't see you can't see past a certain point with your regular eye. You got to use all types of, you got to use a laser. They did this experiment a long time ago, almost 100 years ago, bro. I forget the name. Two folks, M and M. Both of their last name was M. I forget the name. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about if you done research. But they did a experiment with a laser, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let you know, dog, the shit ain't moving. This motherfucker ain't moving, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit is stationed.
Are you talking about where they shot a laser and somebody else on the other side was detecting it, and they were able to see that it was a straight line? Because
absolutely.
There's an experiment like that as well. Somebody shot over where we're supposed to have curvature. They shot a laser, and one person was on that other side, the other person was on the target side, and the person was able to capture the laser light on his detector.
Well, I would ask. I haven't seen that, but I'll ask y'all if y'all can come across it. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back, and then that way y'all can show it to me, and I can tell you what I think about it. But I ain't never seen it, so I can't tell you. But I have seen experiments that contradict that. Like, they did an experiment that definitely shows that there's a curvature in less than 10 miles of water.
Hey, you remember when you said earlier when you was like you said something about they don't want you to know yourself, so that could be one of the things it's exactly that. The number one way you know yourself is through your star chart, your birth and your death. That's how the ancestors used to tell when you coming back. But look, if you ain't fucking with reincarnation, then we ain't got shit to talk about. This is all fucked up. But reincarnation is real. You coming back. You know what I'm saying? It goes by your birth chart, your death chart.
How you know that? How do you know that that's true?
Bro, that sounds like some religious shit.
It is some religious shit, but how do you know that that's true?
That's fucking science. That's fucking
No,
science.
bro. You don't fuck with science. Remember, science is a cabal. You don't fuck with science.
Who said that? Who the fuck said that?
You said that.
No, the fuck I didn't.
You said something about your daddy in the white coats or something. One of y'all did. Or maybe it wasn't you.
Man, Jesus Christ.
That was me. That was me.
I didn't say shit about no cabal.
Okay.
I said Go ahead,
daddy in the lab coat. That was me.
Hold on. I thought this nigga was driving home. Is this the same brother?
Nah, that's Qua.
Okay, my bad, bro. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. So look, all I'm saying is this, bro. That's one aspect as far as when it comes to reincarnation, your birth chart and your death chart. All right.
Yes. But you know that
the stars, bro. It's signs. They use for signs. They use for what else? It's another.
I gotta ask you.
But let me finish this one part. This is the last part. This is what I want to say, bro. The zodiac is true, even though it's been hijacked and it's all fucking misdirection. The biggest part about the zodiac that a lot of us woke motherfuckers is following. We're following the backwards version. We're following the heliocentric zodiac, but there's a geocentric zodiac that we're supposed to be on. It's almost like the opposite. So, but we have to reconnect ourselves, realign ourselves with the cosmology of the ancestors. But if y'all niggas rather subscribe to astronomy and astrology through NASA's eyes versus through the ancient studies of our ancestors, we lost. We dead from jump. We shot. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. We got the NASA / Western philosophy of what astronomy and astrology is. You know what I'm saying? But then we got the real cosmology of shit. And if you ask me, 9 times out of 10, it's opposite of what motherfuckers been teaching us since we was born.
So what are stars? Like, what are they?
Signs. There are damn. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the word. It's that there are.
No, I mean like physically.
Luminaries. But it ain't no fucking physically. It ain't nothing you can go to or touch. It's a luminary that's used for a sign of time and other scientific philosophy.
So it's not physical. It's not made up of matter. A star is not made up of matter.
Hell no. You ask me.
Yeah. All right, do me a favor. Name me one thing that other than a star that is real, that's not made up of matter.
What? Say it again.
You say the star is not made up of matter. I'm saying, what else is not made up of matter? Okay, we got stars on the list. What else?
Good question.
You said stars not made of matter?
That's what he said.
I say stars ain't nothing physical that you can go to or touch. That's what I said. I stand by that.
So it's not made of matter. So this is what I'm trying to point out to you.
What else? You said what else that we know of that's real?
That's real.
That made of and not air.
That's not made of matter. Air is not made of matter.
Air? What's matter? What's material?
Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. That's matter. Those are particles.
That's a goddamn gas, nigga.
Yeah, that's matter. That's okay. Okay, let me see. I know. Hold on, y'all. Don't laugh because it's not funny. These are people that don't deal with science. That's why I don't want to insult you like Kwame.
I'm saying you jumping again.
I'm not jumping.
Stars.
Hold on, bro.
Now you on the periodic
Hold on, bro. Don't cut me off now.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to explain to you. I'm not jumping. So matter has 4 states. Okay, there's solid, liquid, gas, and then plasma. Those are all the states of matter. So when you say that's just some gas, yeah, you're right. But gas is matter. So when I ask you, are the stars made of matter. I'm asking you, are they made of atoms? That's what matter is. Those little atoms that make up everything that we know of as what we agree on as this is physical. This exists. This is tangible. It can affect something else that has matter. Mass pulls on other mass. That's what gravity is. But I know that you don't deal with science, so I can't just tell you, this is
that? Who said
you just told, bro. You just told me that gas ain't matter. So I know you don't deal with science. You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell me. I know you don't deal with science because you just told me something that's basic for anybody to deal with. That's something you learned in like the 5th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I really want to say. Well, what I really want to say is, bro, ain't a motherfucker can prove to you about no motherfucking stars. It's some fucking matter. That's what I'm telling you. Ain't nobody.
I can prove it to you, bro. And I'm not even a scientist.
Ain't no fucking way you can prove to me some goddamn star is some fucking matter. You can't prove
I can.
that.
Yeah, I can, bro.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
Nigga,
I can.
Nigga,
I can.
Nigga, you capping.
That's done, nigga. That's done, nigga. If you give me some time, I can. But it's a way that you do it. It's the same way that they prove that they prove that they know what planets are around certain stars and how far stars are away.
Look, y'all heard what he just said. Quilly, I'm sorry, I ain't trying to cut you off. This is all fun and game. It's all love. Y'all heard he said the same way they can prove blase. But who the fuck is they? Quilly?
They are humans. All right. So the same way we humans can tell what planets are behind stars and what planets are made of. You can tell by the color of it, and they use different telescopes that you look at different spectrums of light to tell what elements are present in any area. So if they look at something with a X-ray and it shows up the same color, and every time they look at it with an X-ray, they know that, okay, this is oxygen or this is nitrogen. So they can tell you that stars are made up of helium because they look at it and they tell you what is made up of. And you can argue with it all you want to, but you basing your stuff off of belief. See, you saying that science is based off of theory, but you ain't bringing nothing but theory.
Quilly, I have a question. I'm talking common sense narrative. I don't gotta bring in no fucking numbers and equations and big words. Look, let me ask you a question, Quilly. What don't you agree with about when it comes to NASA and space? What don't you accept? I need to ask you that part.
I'm not entirely sure if they went to the moon. I don't accept that. But I don't believe that it's a hoax. I'm on the fence. Like, I don't know.
The fuck.
No, I'll just say this: you can't cross the Van Allen belt unless you have a plasma or magnetic field shield. Because
they've already admitted that part. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I mean, this is part of the contradiction. They must have let this one get out because it's real physics about the Van Allen belts destroying the organic tissue and instrumentation. But they tell us that we went to the moon with less technology than our cell phones that we have. I'm not saying, hey, look, I'm not trying to be on the fence. I'm just providing some perspective that those Van Allen belts are a real deal, and we can't really leave this planet until we get something to protect us from the radiation.
How can you be on the fence comfortably? How could you be on the fence?
Because let me answer this.
Hey, the top of the fence hurts your nuts and shit. Like, have you ever tried to sit on the fence?
Let me answer that, bro. Because in order to answer your question, I'm gonna ask you a stupid question. What did I eat for breakfast yesterday? Did I eat fruit or did I eat pastry?
You sound like a master magician right now, but I don't know, bro. Go ahead.
You don't know. Exactly. You don't know. So that's the only place you can be is in, and I don't know. It's something you don't know. So you ask me, did they go to the moon? And I don't know, bro. I'm not. Hold on, bro. I'm not one of these niggas on YouTube that's gonna be like, I'm always right, and I know this and I don't. If I don't know something, I love to say I don't know. Because I know other niggas ain't got the courage to do that shit, and I'm trying to show niggas that everybody don't know every motherfucking thing. I don't know if we went to the moon or not. But I'm not finna say either way, and I'm not finna pretend like I know if I don't.
Quality. I have one question. One serious. Like, I ain't calling you a nigga, but I'm calling this question a real serious, real nigga question, bruh. You said you don't know what you know, but you can't sit here and tell me that what they did was real though. So
yeah, I just said that. I said I'm not gonna say either way.
So you think? Look, you think saying I don't know requires more courage to
Yes.
stand on one. Oh, wait, to stand on one side of the fence, bro. You think saying
Only,
I don't
yeah.
know takes courage,
Only if you truly don't know.
bro? But that's look. Look, another nigga could say, bro, that's what you being safe, my nigga. You trying to be safe.
No, I'm not trying to be safe. I'm being honest, bro. All right, what did I eat for breakfast yesterday, my nigga?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you, it takes no courage for me to tell you, nigga, I sincerely don't know.
Okay. Okay. Now, hold your thought. Because you talking about something trivial. What did I eat for breakfast yesterday? But I'm making an analogy. Now, when we go into these conversations with people and we make that question, did we go to the moon or not? A lot of people, they have a problem saying, I don't know, even though it's true that they don't know. I'm saying I have the courage to admit that I don't know when others don't. You right. It shouldn't take no courage, but apparently it do, because a lot of motherfuckers out here pretend like they know we went to the moon and not when they fucking don't.
Bruh, all I'm saying is this right here, bruh. Okay, look, it's more people. Okay, look, let's put this in perspective. Like y'all, that's y'all favorite fucking word, right? But let me say this.
Not really.
Look, let me say this. Let's put it in perspective. No, for real. Now, if there's some evidence, if I had leads on what you ate for breakfast this morning, then I could guess, and I would have confident guesses if I had some evidence. And you telling me you had bacon, eggs, and grits. That's what you told me out your own mouth. But then I'm seeing evidence for motherfucking French toast, oatmeal, and orange juice. That's my evidence. So rather than me saying I don't know, if I had some leads, if I had some evidence, I would give you what you call an educated guess. And I would do it confidently, because the biggest red flag was you said one thing and I see another. Now, my brother, in this world, 2021, it's very important to use all your senses and your own analysis. Don't have a paralysis of analysis. That's the problem. We scared of analysis. We gotta have a doctrine or a motherfucking video or a fucking cracker telling us what to see, what to think, what to accept. Can I analyze the shit my own goddamn self? Huh? Can I, brother? Can I analysis? Well, especially if I have some evidence or some leads that's pointing me.
Can I respond? I have seen the proposed evidence, and I've analyzed it, and I didn't find it convincing. So if you say you look at what I ate for breakfast, and there might be some evidence, but you can't tell either way. See, in your analogy, you changing the analogy to where you got clear evidence that I'm lying. But in actuality, what I don't have clear evidence that NASA is lying, because I'm showing on the screen right now a video that this is not even from NASA's website. This is from Business Insider, but it's claimed to be from Apollo 10's crew. So it's taken from the moon of the Earth. So what you telling me is that this is fake. So on one hand, I got some evidence that this is real. This is my evidence that you speak of, that they did go to the moon. But you telling me that I should believe that they didn't go to the moon because of some grand conspiracy. And all I'm saying is because of you got a little bit of noise in your background, bro. I don't know what's going on. But for the same reasons that I think that was Joseph was speaking on for the Van Allen belt and scientific reasons, I'm just simply not sure. I wasn't alive back then, and me just being in America and knowing the history of this country, I just think it makes more sense for them to lie about this shit, because it was like the Cold War was going on back then, and it just seemed like a more American thing to do, to lie about this shit than to really do it. But that's why I say I'm on the fence. Now, at the same time, I'm not going to take that to the extreme and go, oh, just because they faked the moon landing, that means space is fake. No, I need the evidence of space being fake. You know what I'm saying? I don't base my shit off of belief, and I don't have two opposing beliefs at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open to new information and new evidence. So if you have any, please present it, because as you see, like I'm showing you what is convincing me on the screen right now that the Earth is round. I'm showing you my evidence. When I ask you for yours, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't never have none. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about flat earthers. It's always some fallacious arguments or some bad science.
Bro, that evidence right there is fake as shit. Let me
All right,
say
now where's your evidence that this is fake? Where's your evidence that this is fake?
Let me say something. Let me just say something. Once again, I'm talking to you with spirit, bro. Common sense. I have nothing else. So
I don't believe in the spirit, dog. I don't even know what that word means.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say these words, and if you don't hear no common sense, some shit that make you think, bro, then fuck it. I'm not trying. It's not a battle I'm trying to win. But let me say this right quick for you, bro. We've been told all our lives the moon is how many times smaller than the Earth? Answer me that. How many times smaller you think the moon is to the Earth?
4.
4 times smaller. That's it. That fact. I'm asking you to help me out because I ain't got the.
Yeah, that's right.
I got a question.
Well,
How long do you think they was filming to capture the Earth moving into orbit while on the moon?
Say what?
If you watch the video, the Earth rises into orbit like the sun. I'm asking you, how long do you think they were filming to capture that?
I don't know. It's probably a time-lapse video. You know, it's called the time lapse, but the caption says the astronauts Thomas Stafford, John Young, Eugene Cernan took this video during Apollo 10, the second crewed mission to the moon.
That's not a crane. That's someone filming.
It says essentially a dry run for Apollo 11 without landing because the same side of the moon always faces our planet. Such Earthrise views only happen when the spacecraft is moving. So that's how it looks like the Earth is moving because the spacecraft is moving. The same way it looks like the sun is moving because the Earth is spinning. So it's not the Earth rising like that. It's the spacecraft that the camera that they actually on is on a spacecraft and they're moving.
They're not moving nowhere. You could look at the ground right there. The ground is in front of you. The ground is not moving.
I'm just telling you what it says. I'm just telling you what it said, but it looks like it is moving. But from me looking at it, I don't know if you can see it or not.
The floor is not moving. The camera is moving. That's obvious.
All right, go to. I'm gonna post a link for everybody to in the chat to go to it because I'm looking at it right now and I'm telling you the ground. You can see it.
If you saying that ground is moving, you lying, bro. Come on, look, the ground is right there.
I have a question too. One more question is gonna kill it. I didn't get to my point. When I was asking you how many times smaller is the moon to the Earth? Okay, you said that.
That ground is CGI. That ground looks like 007 S64.
That shit fake as shit. But look, the Earth. Hey, look, the Earth, bro. Look, quit later. How far away is the moon from the Earth? Do you know?
I'm guessing, but I think it's like 200 and some thousand miles or something like that.
It sounds like you know. It sounds like you know. My nigga, and I say that with the term of endearment, bro. As much as I possibly, my brother, the Earth supposed to be way bigger than that, bro. Bro, the Earth supposed to be way bigger than that, man. The moon is close to the Earth. The moon is a satellite orbit of Earth, and it's close, and it's way smaller than Earth. They're trying to show us an Earth that's pretty much the same size as the moon from the moon. That's stupid as shit, bro. The Earth supposed to be taking up the whole goddamn camera, bro. The whole picture. The whole picture. You're supposed to see
if it did that,
how would you know that, bro? How would you know that if you haven't see what you're saying? Hold on, bro. Because listen, what you're saying is something that you've never seen before is not supposed to look like this. How would you know that if you ain't never seen it before?
Bruh, it's called having common sense, bruh.
That's common sense right there. If I show you, if I tell you, I'm gonna introduce you to my cousin Billy, and then I don't tell you nothing about what he looked like, and you meet a black man at the train station, and he say he's my cousin Billy, and you say, no, you don't look like Billy. Billy's supposed to be 5'4", but I didn't tell you nothing about what he looked like. Come on, bro. What you're saying is this shit don't look like what it's supposed to look like. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but hold on. I mean,
no, you're not. You're not hearing, bro.
Maybe no. Maybe you gotta literally do the math for me because what I'm saying, like what you're saying is, I don't think that it.
I asked you the size of the moon. This is all evidence.
What you didn't ask me was the size of the Earth, so we can walk through it. Let's get on Google. Let's find out
I
what the
look,
size
I
of the
know.
earth.
Look. Let me just put this together. Can I give you the method of my madness, bro? Is that right?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've grown up on this earth for 36 years, right? And I've seen the moon my whole life. And I've seen what the moon looked like from Earth. And I know the moon is smaller than Earth. And I know they say the moon is 200-some thousand miles away, like you said. Bro, if I'm on the moon, I'm looking back at the Earth, bro. The Earth ain't supposed to look like that, bro. Now that right there, Corey, takes courage to stand and say that shit, bro. That's courage, bro.
Yeah, it is courage. You're right about that. I ain't gonna argue with that, but I'm just gonna politely disagree and say I think you're wrong.
I can't let nobody say, if I know what I got in me is courage, I can't let somebody be like, nigga, it takes courage to say I don't know, or it takes courage to sit my balls on a sharp fence. You know what I'm saying? A sharp ass
bro.
fence.
What you saying? So if you don't know something, you're gonna lie instead of saying you don't know.
No, I'm going with my gut feeling, and I don't give a fuck what another nigga say.
Your gut feeling can be wrong. Your gut feeling can be wrong.
But it could be. You're right. Now you're right. But this is where it takes courage, my nigga.
No, it don't take.
Look,
I don't know
it's safe. Look, I don't know it's safe. Protect me, cover me, watch my back. I'm safe. I don't know.
So you got a problem with safety?
Bro,
what's wrong with you believers, bro? You saying man, that's safe. You don't fuck with that safe shit.
I want you to know the difference. It's called having discernment. I can't hear you saying that shit is courage, my nigga. That's all I'm saying.
What you mistaken is discernment for lying. I'm not saying that I got listen to me, bro. Don't cut me off. I'm not saying that I got a reason to believe something, but I'm not gonna stand on it. I'm just gonna ride the fence. No, that's some bitch ass shit. I agree with you. That would be some bitch ass shit. What I'm saying is, bro, I truly don't know. I have no clue what you ate for breakfast yesterday. So if you asked me, did I eat toast or did I eat a waffle? I'm gonna say I don't know. And if you call that riding the fence, then so be it. I'm gonna ride the fucking fence because I don't fucking know. You want me to say some shit that I don't know? I'm not one of these lying ass niggas that's gonna sit up here and pretend like I know some shit that I don't know. So yeah, it takes courage to admit that you don't know when you're living in a world full of niggas that never admit that they don't know because they think that it is bad. Just like when you was in school and the motherfucker asks you a question, instead of saying I don't know, what you do? Holler at the dumbest shit motherfucker don't know, like you're doing now. You're saying some dumb shit talking about that's not what the earth supposed to look like when you ain't never seen the fucking earth. You're on it. If you go to the moon and take your own picture, then you say this is what it's supposed to look like. See, this is the real earth. It's flat and it's big as fuck. Then I can have something to compare it to. But all I got is what Apollo is presenting as real. So if you ain't got no evidence of them faking this shit, all you got is some claims. I'm gonna say, I don't know. It look real. I don't know though, man. They say it's real. You say it's fake. Who I'm supposed to believe? You nigga that's going off his feelings? You know what we do to people that believe their feelings? We lock them up and we put them in the hug me jacket. It's niggas that feel like they Napoleon. We call them crazy and insane. You don't go off your fucking feelings, bro. You go off of what you can prove. If you can't prove it, you don't stand on it. Maybe you do, but in my life, I don't stand on shit that I can't prove. If I can't prove it, I say I don't fucking know. That way, if I open my mouth, you best believe damn well I know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I don't stand on shit unless I know what I'm talking about. Because I ain't got no problem saying I don't know, like apparently you do. So if you don't know some shit, let this be known. Anybody that's watching, if Major Keys don't know some shit, he's not going to admit he don't know. He going to argue you down for 3 hours about some shit he don't know.
I'm going to tell you what my fucking 5 senses told me for 36 years before I heard one other nigga ever say anything about the moon landing is fake or space is fake. Bro, I already had these thoughts. But look, that's a whole other question. That's a whole other conversation. But let me ask you this question. I know you're going to love this shit, bro. Because I'm a brother and I follow you. I fuck with you heavy. Especially how you go at the church and how you go at Christianity. But my nigga, I got to ask you, bro. Do you know that Jesus never existed? Keep it real. Keep it funky for me.
You talking about Jesus of the Bible, correct?
Bruh, I'm talking about everything you've been going in on with Christianity and
I
church.
know, but this is a loaded question though. That's why I gotta clarify.
Bruh,
Because
I'm trying.
when people say, all right,
Go ahead.
let me just answer. It's gonna take about 60 seconds. Because the reason why I asked the clarifying question is because when people say, like, ask questions like that, do you know Jesus existed? They're not talking about Jesus or the Bible. They're talking about some other motherfucker who didn't perform no miracles, who didn't do no walk on water. He just had a similar name and he went around preaching. Okay, that's not Jesus. That's Yahshua ben Yahweh, some other motherfucker. When I say Jesus didn't exist, I'm talking about the motherfucker that said to have died on the cross and went to heaven. That motherfucker is fictional. That's what I mean. Yes, I know that for a fact.
Bruh, I'm pretty sure, my nigga, from watching your videos and me checking in, like I fucks with you, bro. You don't went in on a whole goddamn Bible. All right, you don't went in on a whole goddamn Bible. Let's not play semantics. Jesus, Yeshua, blase, blase. I'm asking you. Well, no, look. What I'm saying is, really, the truth I'm trying to bring to the table is, bruh, you don't know 1,000% on 1,000%. What you going off is.
No, I know that for 1,000,000%. You know how I know?
Go ahead. Why? How you know?
First of all, the one reason I know is more than one, but one reason I know is that letter J wasn't even invented to the 6th century.
All right.
So there wasn't no Jesus. Okay. There you go.
But no, bro, you went, bro. Look, man, come on, man. You don't rip the shit to shreds, nigga. Fuck a J, bro. You don't rip that shit to shreds, and I fuck with you because of that.
But that's your question. That's your question, though.
No, that was not my fucking question.
And I asked you a clarifying question. I said, "Are you talking about Jesus or the Bible?" You could have said, "No, I'm talking about Iesos." But you said, "Come on now, you know who I'm talking about." So yeah, I'm telling you, when nobody running around named Jesus 2,000 years ago, nobody. It didn't exist.
And you saying it was a nigga named Yeshua running around 2,000?
I'm saying I don't know it. I'm saying there's a common name back then, but I'm saying if it was a nigga running around back then, he didn't perform no miracles.
Okay, but look, you say I don't know right now, but brother, when you carry yourself on this particular subject matter, you present it in a very convincing way, and it takes courage to take a stance on the subject matter as you have displayed so many times.
You're confusing what I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't know. I'm saying to the question, was there a motherfucker that they're embellishing on? Like, was Paul Bunyan a real motherfucker that they just said that did all this wonderful shit? Was Peter Parker a real motherfucker that they just wrote a comic book about? I'm not saying that Peter Parker don't exist. I'm saying Spider-Man don't exist.
Bro, they tell you it's fictional. Look, wait. Before you jump, they tell you Paul Bunyan and Peter Parker and Spider-Man is fictional. They present Jesus as real. So let's stay on the same page. We building, bro. Let's build, my nigga. Now you talking to me about the courage and the lack thereof or whatsoever when it comes to this space exploration shit, bro.
I'm trying to get you to understand that your point is
home. Look, I'm trying to bring, but I haven't even really went in. I've been mostly talking about common sense approach to the shit. Everything I've said about this moon, this space shit has been common pro. Haven't recited no sources. Haven't given you nothing. But I meant not to, because bro, this is my analysis, and this is the most strongest thing on fucking in the universe. My personal analysis, your personal analysis.
That's not the strongest thing in the universe. But go ahead, keep going.
Bro, but you know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, bro, our understanding, our consciousness, consciousness. Look, consciousness is the most important, bro. Consciousness is the most important part of the universe. And you can disagree. I don't give a fuck, but that's a whole other conversation. I'm telling you what my research has told me. Consciousness, bro, is what not just me, other motherfuckers have said the same thing. Do I need to drop some sources? No, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying this. You hear me? I'm saying this. Consciousness is the most important part of the universe. Even though I know it's 50 other motherfuckers who have said the same thing. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? So at the
I bet you them same people don't believe the earth is flat. I bet you that.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm pretty sure a few of them do. But at the end of the day, I still don't give a damn. I can still present this shit in a common sense way, but to get you to look at shit differently, to get you to question this bullshit they trying to present to you. That's my only fucking purpose. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, I'm unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Because shit real. And for motherfucker to try to tear down, not try, for a motherfucker to successfully tear down Christianity, but hold up this shit, and then want to tell me I don't know, I'm on the fence, and that should be good enough for me, nigga. Hell, fucking up. You too smart to be that dumb. You too smart to be that dumb.
This where you misunderstand me, bro.
Go ahead.
I never said I was comfortable being on the fence. I said I truly don't know. I never said it was comfortable.
But don't beat up a nigga who's comfortably standing on the side of the fucking fence telling you, bruh, nigga, fuck that shit. That shit ain't got shit to do what's going down here on the ground. What the fuck?
You can stand, bro. You can stand on whatever you want to stand on, bro.
I'm about to say something real important. Let me just say this last part. What the fuck is that? How the fuck is that affecting anything we got going on the ground right now? How the fuck is it?
All right, let me ask you. Let me answer that. You got a cell phone?
You can tell me cell phone come from the space exploration program.
Well, not just cell phones, but basically everything that you use on a day-to-day basis.
In the mic, bruh. What if I say that's a goddamn lie? You would want me to prove that more than you would want to prove it to me that all the shit came from exploration. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, if you ask me, if I make a claim and you ask me to prove the claim, I'm either going to go ahead and prove it to you, or I'm gonna say, all right, give me some time, I get back to you. So that's all you got to do. If I say prove it, it shouldn't be a problem because it's true, right? So you should just be able to prove it, even if you have to take, a little bit of time to go get the information. You should be able to prove it if it's true. It shouldn't be an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you got a problem if I say prove it to me? Like, I mean, if we truly building, and you say that the round earth is akin to religion, and it's a lie, just like the religion is a lie, then I'm gonna ask for your evidence. It's the same way I stopped believing in religion. They couldn't present their evidence, so I don't believe it no more. And the flat earthers, they don't have good evidence, so I don't believe that shit no more either.
It's wild, but it's wild that people want to make flat earth. And like I said, I be hating these type of groups and shit like that. Keep it 100 with you. But it's wild how people say flat earth is a religion, but people don't look at globe earth as a religion.
Well, it's not really a religion, you know what I'm saying? But I don't say flat earth is a religion. I say flat earthers are religious, because every time I talk to them, it always boils down to some belief in some higher power or something. And you sound like you more into the quote unquote spiritual, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that word because I think it's bullshit too. But it's still a belief system. What is real? So what is real, bro? Or like real is that real is look, you don't think consciousness is real? The conscious brain, yeah, but we talked about this earlier. This is an emergent property, you know what I'm saying? It stems from that which is physical. So everything that's real is either material made up of matter, or it comes from something made up of matter. There's nothing independent of matter that we know of, you know what I'm saying? So my thoughts, so creation, that's what I promise, but I don't mean to cut you off. We going back and forth, if that's okay with you. Bro, everything created on earth didn't start off as a thought. No. Okay, we on two different planes, then, my nigga. Oh yeah, I already know that. But that's what I'm telling you. You basing this, you going off of a belief system. I don't deal with belief. That's not a belief, bro. That's a fucking thing. I said everything that's created on this earth, bro. You trying to tell me, bro, that's a belief for me? That is a belief, bro. Wait. Let me ask you. Let me just finish, and you got the mic. Look, bro, you trying to say it's a belief for me to say everything ever created or manifested in the physical, it came from thought first? You telling me that's belief? Well, it's simply not true, because the earth didn't come from no thought. This physical. How the fuck do you know that? How the fuck you know that? Well, how do you know that it did? I mean, you can't. Because I got evidence. Look. Because I got evidence of every other thing physical on earth. Look, check me out. I got billions of evidence that everything on earth came from, was manifested and created from thought of man. What, you gonna deny me that, my nigga? So what I'm saying is, if I got billions of evidence that all this physical shit come from thought. So a catfish came from a thought of man? I know a fucking terrier, a certain breed of dog came from thought. Yeah, some
breed,
things, some
bro,
things
species,
definitely, some things definitely came from thoughts of man. But you
a species of a living, a species of a living, breathing entity was created from man. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is that at this point right now, nigga, you can't stick me in no motherfucking corner and talk about some sky daddy or some fucking religion. I'm talking to you about man. And I'm telling you, if I got all this evidence of shit that's been manifested and created from nothing to something, I'm talking about thought, and then come manifested, putting all these materials together to create this one thing. If I got all this evidence saying that right there has, what the fuck is, why would I not at least entertain the thought of the earth and everything else motherfucker was created by it could be a motherfucking physical being for all I know. It ain't gotta be no fucking make believe non-seen
I
sky
told you.
daddy.
I
What
told you
the
that it
fuck?
always goes back to some belief in some higher power. That's what it always stems back down to. But you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your evidence. You saying why not consider that? What makes you think that I haven't considered? You think that I'm just over here with my eyes covered and my ears plugged? No, I've considered. That's how I became an atheist. First of all, I was a believer for years. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to thinking about what I believed, and I started to realize I didn't have supporting evidence for the belief that all this came. I got into all that stuff that came from thought. Man, I've been to a lot of schools of belief myself. You know, I've been where you are now, probably minus the flat Earth shit. But like, I just don't believe that now because there is no supporting evidence. You know what I'm saying? I got more evidence of that what you call the religion of science. They can back up what they claim. They don't just say some shit and then I ask them, well, what about this? And then they can't answer it. And if they can't answer it, they tell me why they can't answer it. They don't just say, "Oh, I ain't dealing with that, bro." Like when I asked you where the sun go at night, that's a simple question. If the Earth is truly flat, I want to ask you where the fuck the sun go at night, and how the hell we get all these different seasons. But nobody's that on the flat Earth camp can answer those simple questions for me. They just want me to believe them, and I don't deal with belief. You know what I'm saying? Either I know or I don't know, and if I don't know, I admit that I don't know.
Well, I just want to say this, bro. Like y'all asking them deep questions. This is one thing I realized about global Earth folks. They ask deeper questions on flat Earth than they ask on globe Earth. What would you say about that statement? What would you say about that statement I just said?
I would say it's probably because of like what I'm showing on the screen right now. There's so much more evidence for globe Earth than there is for flat Earth.
No,
It's the consensus now.
we try to.
It's like if you were hold on, I'm gonna let you go. But to add on to the answer to your question, it's also the consensus. So it's what everybody thinks. It's just like I'm an atheist, right? I truly don't think that there is a God, but most people do. So if I jump up and say there isn't, everybody's gonna have more questions for me than they do for the person that says that there is a God, even though I'm probably right. You know, so it's just the same way.
So what would you say to the brother or sister who say we are the gods? Don't that fuck up your stance as far as being atheist?
No, because I would say that's just a cop out to say a soft way to say that your God don't exist because I didn't create the universe. And when I say God, that's what I'm talking about. So when people say we are the gods, they then change the definition of God to go from the creator of the universe to just somebody who creates anything, and that's just a cop out to me.
You don't think realizing besides the thought of somebody thinking that we're trying to raise ourselves up and be superior, right? Calling ourselves a god. What if calling ourselves gods was a accountability type of thing, a responsibility to live better and treat others better and realize the greatness in yourself and what you really can do and what you can create and what you can invent and yada 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 yada. What if so if somebody say, oh yeah, that God shit on the exterior, that God shit is exterior got fucked up. That shit bullshit. But the interior God is what's really popping. What fucking like the reason why I say this because a motherfucker call themselves an atheist and the way they go in on their thought process is about as bad as a Christian, in my perspective, in my opinion.
Well, you just wrong about that on so many levels. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say to that, what how did you phrase the question?
As far as what would you say when somebody flip the script and say, "Oh yeah, I don't believe in that type of God either, but I am the God."
Oh yeah, again, I would say what you're doing is you changing the definition of God. So the reason why I'm an atheist is because I don't believe that the presented gods are real. You know what I'm saying? So if you present another God, if you say, well, I'm the God, well, guess what? I'm not an atheist because I believe you're real. But I'm talking about this other God that we was talking about at first. You know what I'm saying? That's the God I'm talking about. So it's simple. But hold on. Let me get this out. Because the reason why people do that though is called religious baggage. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been indoctrinated into these religions. So even when people find their way out of the religion and they might say, okay, maybe that religion is not true and this God might not exist, but they deep down they can't let it go. It's almost as if, like, imagine if all your life you've been going by your name, and then one day somebody came to you and they told you, hey, this is your actual birth certificate, that one you got is not real, and this is your real name, and it was different. You almost would be reluctant to accept your actual name because you had your name that you've known for so long. You just like, well, let me keep that. That's kind of how people are with this whole God thing. They just can't let it go, so they then got to change the definition when they find out, okay, well, this is not real, so I'm gonna make God this thing over here, and I'm gonna call this God. They just can't let go of the concept because it's been pushed into their head that this thing is real. So it's got to be somewhere. I went through that. It took me 9 years to go from out of Christianity to, damn, what if God don't exist? Before I even asked the question, it took 9 years to go from Christianity is bullshit to what if God don't exist. It took me 9 years. So I know for somebody that's not even thinking about, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that I was thinking about, they probably like questioning God ain't nowhere on the radar. They ain't, it's just they know God is real, just like I used to know God is real, just like I think I know that stars are millions of miles away, but you tell me that they not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that they are. You know what I'm saying? Just like some people know that God is real.
But fuck the word God then, because these words is triggers. These words got triggers. You know what I'm saying? I have a question for you though, for real. Do you subscribe to intelligent design?
No.
So you a chance type of nigga.
No, it's not necessarily chance, because chance makes it seem like it's just like it shouldn't have happened. It's more like probability. And when you hold on,
Chances
hold
like
on.
out of nowhere, like it just happened out
Yeah,
of
exactly. That's why I don't want to say chance. I would say probability, because when you look at it probabilistically, it's inevitable that there would be life happening in the universe. Because if you say, okay, how likely is it that life would form just on its own? How likely is it? Well, let's say it's 1 in 100 billion. That's the likeliness, 1 in 100 billion. Well, how many fucking stars are there in the universe? It's more than 100 billion. So there is inevitable that there is life somewhere in the universe, because even though it's fucking rare chance, the universe is so big and it's been here for so long that there's lots of space and opportunity for rare things to happen. So even if it's 1 in 100 billion, which is extremely rare, it's still inevitable to happen in a universe the size of the one that we find ourselves.
I have a question. One follow-up question. I'm probably gonna be done after this because I ain't trying to. I love this conversation though. No bullshit. But
It's
look,
all good, man. Be real with you, man. I'm coming up on my bedtime anyway. But what's the question?
what you said about probability and chances of other life and all the stars and blase. Would you know that shit without a cracker telling you?
Yeah, because if you study ancient Africa, they knew about all this stuff. That the crackers got it from them. So it ain't like they ain't the first one. They took the credit for this shit, but that's because they won the war and they rewrote history. But the real history is 26 dynasties of greatness in Africa, and they had their own science, and they knew about the stars and the planets and all that shit.
Look, so you really believe? Look, I mean not believe, but you really subscribe to the thought or the ideology that we would be right here in our ways of thinking, the way we think about space and yada yada yada. You think that we would be right here mentally without no crackers intervention whatsoever?
Honestly, I think we'll be more like a Wakanda if white people never touched Africa.
And you think Wakanda was on some space exploration shit? Yes or no?
I think they had the technology to do so. I mean, I only seen the movie once.
You think Wakanda was talking about fucking Mars and Mercury and leaving?
I think they had the technology to do so if it was real.
They had the technology to do a whole lot of shit. I'm just asking you, you think Wakandans would be concerned about another motherfucking planet?
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Well, look.
Because I know you don't fuck with science, but you know what I'm saying, in the world of science.
I never agree to disagree. I never.
Oh yeah, I know that. I want to tell you why though. To answer your question though, why I think that is because science knows that one day humanity will, if we live that long, we will have to leave this planet. It's not going to be here forever. It's not going to be habitable forever. So that the future is the future of humanity is not on Earth. Either some type of offshoot of life, like some type of robot cyborg type shit gonna leave our planet, or humans.
That nigga shit? Is that nigga shit? Is that what you talking about?
Bro, you got to get out. That's not real. Bro. You got to get out of that mindset of what's the white man and what's nigga shit and all that. It don't matter. Hold on, bro. Because we're not dealing with only stuff that come from black people. I just told you a long time ago, if a white man show up to me, he say 1 + 1 is 2. I'm gonna say, yeah, you're right, white man. 1 + 1 is 2. I'm not one of these people. I'm pro-black, but I'm not anti-white. I'm not gonna not fuck with somebody just because they fucking white. Like, I'm gonna be on Truth One next week with the white folks, having a good old time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't shun people just because they not from my community. If they speaking truth, that's what I fuck with. That's what my name means. Kwali means truth in Swahili. So anybody speaking truth, that's what I like. I want the truth. If you claim to have truth, I'm gonna see what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm fucking with. I don't care about what color somebody is and none of that shit. Like, like you can't sit up here and say every white person is a racist, just like you can't say every black person is a fucking gangbanger. It don't go. It's just not.
Well, I have a question. What African philosophy or African study that even touches on the topic of the future of mankind not being on Earth? Please point me in the direction.
Bro, it don't matter. I just told you I'm not going by what only Africans think.
It's a whole different reality. I'm trying to get you to see that, my brother, whatever our ancestors, you say you and that's a whole nother conversation, by the way. Your ancestors from Africa, you think my ancestors from Africa. That's cool, whatever. But look, you say they was already on the stars and cosmology and blah blah blah. Hey, look,
I said they knew what they were.
Look, they know. Look, there's some ancient ass niggas. They know about all the cataclysms on Earth. I'm pretty sure them niggas was studying the cataclysms on Earth. And you trying to tell me none of these niggas said, "Hey, nigga, we ain't gonna be here too much longer. We need to start figuring out a way."
No, bro. Hold on. No. You misunderstanding what I said, bro.
Wait. We had to wait till crackers get in control for us to actually really start contemplating and imagining us leaving this motherfucker. Is that what you're telling me?
No, that's not what I'm telling you. And you looking at it the entirely wrong way. I told you when the last time I started talking, you got to get out of that what color somebody is, and just because they said it, oh, it's coming from the white man. It don't matter. What you should be focusing on is when it was said, because it really don't matter who said it. Because the reason why it wasn't said back then was because we didn't have the technology to know about the shit. So they might have knew that stars and planets existed, but they didn't know that the shit was going to turn into a red giant and all that shit. So they didn't know every fucking thing. You know, we talking about ancient people. So again, I'm not one of these people that's going to think that just because some shit come from way back when, they was right. And I'm not going to think just because it came from way back when, they was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Again, science is not a conspiratorial cabal. It's a method that you use to discern what is true and what is less likely to be true. So that's the science is. So that's what I'm using. I'm not going by, oh, well, if it ain't come from Africa, I don't fuck with it. Like, nah, bro. I fuck with what is true. and what can be demonstrated. So if somebody explains to me, hey, it's likely that the sun is going to swallow up the earth, and the sun going to turn into a red giant one day, and the earth going to be inhabitable in millions of years. So the people 2,000 years ago probably wouldn't have, again, they didn't have the technology. They would have known some stuff about space, but not every fucking thing. Just like we know some stuff, but we don't know every fucking thing. You know what I mean? And they just built a new telescope, the James Webb telescope, that's supposed to be able to see the beginning of the Big Bang, or the moments right after the Big Bang. So we'll see if there's any sky daddies over there farting out universes. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. But not only is my voice giving out on me, but I got to get up early in the morning, bro. So if anybody got any closing statements they want to make, now is your time to do so before we head out.
Oh shoot! Thanks for having me on. It was real fun and interesting.
I appreciate you joining, man. I appreciate you. I enjoyed your perspective. And thank you for being polite and cordial, you know what I mean, and tuning in. I appreciate everybody, first of all, for listening, and definitely for joining the stream, man. Appreciate y'all. Anybody else? Closing statements?
I appreciate you, brother. I swear to God, I love it. And you may think I may came off a little aggressive or whatever. That's just how us Florida niggas is when we talk. And and look, you probably can tell I've been sipping on a little something, you know what I mean? But that's just a little bit where aggression comes from. I swear to God, I don't try to be disrespectful or whatever. I appreciate you, brother. I hope you have me back another time. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I don't take none of it. I get the same way, man. I find myself explaining myself to people the same way, like, duh, this is just how I talk, man. Like, people be thinking I'm mad when I'm not mad, and I'm like, duh, I'm not mad. I'm just like, I'm passionate about this shit. So I get you, bro. Ain't no hard feelings, and definitely you can come back, man. And I like it, you know what I mean? I don't want to be always calm and all. I like a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, aggression, a little bit of hostility. I just don't like the disrespect, you know what I'm saying? That's when I interjected with you and Kwame when it got started to get disrespectful. That's why you notice when I say stuff, even though it might sound disrespectful, I try to be very careful to say, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about what you said. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about you as a person or summing up your whole character. I'm gonna say that what you just said right there was stupid. You know, that's how I talk. So that way you can't say, oh, you called me stupid. No, I didn't. I said what you said was stupid. Because I don't think that you're stupid. You know what I mean? I know a lot of stupid motherfuckers, and you see what I do when stupid people come in. I get them right the fuck up out of here, kick their ass out of here. So if you still here, that mean I fucks with you.
You still got that damn picture of that moon and that earth in the background. That shit is fucking hilarious.
Man, look, I got the link in the chat too, man. Y'all go check this shit out. Y'all tell me. It look real to me. Now, if y'all say it's fake, y'all gotta show me like how it's fake. Like you gotta bring some evidence, cause this is the evidence that I got at the present time, and it convinces me.
Be a bottom of a shoe. That's somebody. The ground or the moon is the bottom. Is the soul.
All right. Reproduce it, and if you can make one that look this good, I believe it.
I'm just fucking with you, boss.
Hey, that's how I do it, man. Hey, if you can prove me wrong, I will change my fucking mind. But hey, man, we gonna get the fuck up out of here, man. I gotta get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and tune in every Sunday night on Atheist Church Live. We do the reverse collection plate.
5, 3, 2, 1. Release. Fire.
Welcome to witnesses. You're clear to unstrap. Welcome to space.
To all you kids down there, I was once a child with a dream, looking up to the stars. Now I'm an adult in a spaceship with lots of other wonderful adults looking down to our beautiful, beautiful Earth. To the next generation of dreamers, if we can do this, just imagine what you can do.
All right, everybody, look out the window. Don't miss apogee.
Oh my God.
Be quiet.
Woo! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is too unbelievable. Wow. Oh, unbelievable. You are the man.
And please return to your seats and strap in. Approach and re-entry.
Okay.
Get back up.
So who's gonna be this week? Who gonna get the collection plate? Is it gonna be you? Is it gonna be me? Cause hey, I play too. I want to get some money too. Who's it gonna be? We'll see. Holla at y'all.
Five, 3, 2, 1. Release, release, release.
Fire. Fire. Welcome to witnesses. You're clear to unstrap. Welcome to space.
To all you kids down there, I was once a child with a dream, looking up to the stars. Now I'm an adult in a spaceship with lots of other wonderful adults looking down to our beautiful, beautiful Earth. To the next generation of dreamers, if we can do this, just imagine what you can do.
All right, everybody, look out the window. Don't miss apogee.
Oh my God.
Be quiet.
Woo! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is too unbelievable. Wow. Oh, unbelievable.
You are the man. And please return to your seats and strap in. Approaching re-entry.
Okay.
Get back up.